wanna be where you are. Come on, it's so simple. That's all it says. I wanna be where you are. Is this the cry of your heart this evening? I gotta be where you are. Yeah, I wanna be where you are. Gotta be where you are. I wanna be where you are. Lord, gotta be where you are. I wanna be where you are. God, I gotta be where you are. God, I wanna be where you are. I gotta be where you are. Wanna be where you are. Gotta be where you are. For your glory, I would do anything just to see you, to behold you as our King. For your glory, I will do anything just to see you. Wanna be where you are. I wanna be where you are. I wanna be where you are. I wanna be where you are. Come on, it's so simple. That's all it says. I wanna be where you are. Is this the cry of your heart this evening? I gotta be where you are. Yeah, I wanna be where you are. Gotta be where you are. I wanna be where you are. Lord, gotta be where you are. Wanna be where you are. God, gotta be where you are. God, I wanna be where you are. I gotta be where you are. Wanna be where you are. Gotta be where you are. For your glory, I would do anything just to see you, to behold you as our King. For your glory, I will do anything just to see you, to behold you as my King. For your glory, I would do to behold you as our King, and for your glory, I would do it just to see you, to behold you as our King. I wanna be where you are. I gotta be where you are. Wanna be where you are, God. Gotta be where you are. God, keep me where you are. Joy is where you are. Hope is where you are. Joy is where you are. So God, I wanna be where you are. Gotta be where you are. Wanna be where you are. Gotta be where you are.
Hi, what's up, TNT? This is Wayne Johnson out of Brooklyn, New York. I always wanted to do something back home, and we're going to be doing our gospel segment on Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM. Listen what I want you to do. Spread the word. Spread the word, TNT. Salvation, full and free. Salvation is for everybody. Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM.
Tune in to the Street 919 FM every Friday from 9:15 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. with Kingdom Health Services, situated at number 125 Eastern Main Road in Tunapuna. For the program, Health and Healing, merging the old with the new, with Mr. Brent Diet. For more information, call 318-7471 or 484-0141 or 360-4100. It's all about Kingdom Health Services on the Street 919 FM.
In Trinidad and Tobago, there are so many things to talk about. Social issues, injustice, child abuse, domestic violence, political scandals, and much more. On HOTP, we will cover all that and much more. Don't forget, you can catch us every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday nights from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Facebook and Instagram. Hot off the press. Hot topics, no filter.
Are you ready for that boat experience again? The Sea Champion and the Embassy say, book with us for that unforgettable boat ride experience. Sea Champion leaving from King's Wharf, San Fernando, and the Embassy leaving from Breakfast Shed, Port of Spain, or Westside Trinidad. For more information, call 399-5959 to 814723 or email us at coralvisiontt@gmail.com. Book now and reserve your cruise.
The
This is Bishop Aaron Williams from the Divine Problem Solving International Ministries, inviting you to be part of our broadcast on any given Thursday night from 12 midnight right on to 5 a.m. on Friday morning. And this broadcast is called Early Morning Gospel Market Program. Then we have on Tuesday from 12 noon to 1 p.m. the Holy Ghost Gospel Pharmacy. If you are sick and ailing, you can get from this particular pharmacy, from the pharmacist, the good things of life. Hallelujah. And any Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, break into the house of the Philistines. Hallelujah. If you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, hearing the babel of false doctrines that you encounter daily, it's about time you get close to God, God's word, direct from his throne room, in the name of Jesus.
God has good plans for his people. Why do you worry so much?
Tune in to the Street 919 FM for Gospel in the Bone Ministry every Sunday from 7:05 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. for the program God's Last Warning Message. Hosea chapter 4 says, "Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood toucheth blood." Remember, every Sunday from 7:05 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. for the program God's Last Warning Message with Gospel in the Bones Ministry, right here on the Street 919 FM.
The journey's almost home.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Yo, this is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago, and good morning to all of the loyal listeners of the Street 919 FM. So, no wake up this morning song. Good morning, all. Good morning to the loyal listeners and to the loyal trolls as well. As I always tell you, you all help to make the show what it is. We need the numbers, so share the live. Yeah. So you're tuned into Titans of Democracy, and yes, I'm in studio this morning again with Bruce. So just telling Bruce here, normally I would have rolled out my bed just now and I'm doing my Zoom 6 o'clock. So to get half past for this morning wasn't easy. Pressure, boy, Bruce.
You'll get used to it.
Fortunately, the traffic wasn't too bad this morning, eh? But
so anyway, about traffic, everybody had to come down the road.
Yeah, so
traffic is our next thing.
We are looking forward to when school reopen, yeah? Anyway.
See, that better I keep getting up my 3:30. I can't deal with that.
Yeah. See that early morning traffic, which is why I don't leave home normally before 10 o'clock.
Oh.
Yeah. That's the luxury of my job. It affords me that opportunity.
Nice walk there.
Yeah. Yesterday I said, I feel to do that thing. Now I still.
You see?
I relax myself. Yeah. So, yes. So, morning, folks. Good morning to Mr. and Mrs. Giuseppe. I have to give Mrs. Giuseppe a call. I'll give her a call later. Good morning to Mr. and Mrs. Regis. I did indicate on Sunday that I was supposed to have Mrs. Regis as a guest this morning for us to discuss the 60th anniversary celebrations. However, that interview will be done on Thursday instead, as she has another engagement this morning where she'll be deputizing on behalf of the Prime Minister. Morning, Angie. Morning to Mano, Mother Tunapuna. Morning to you, to Patsy Edwards, Davia Andrews, Nicole Caesar. Morning to you, Alison Samuel, Alison Haynes, and all of the Allisons. Good morning to all of you. To Gemma Umanoga, good morning to you guys as well. To all of the folks who are tuning in on Facebook and YouTube, heartfelt good morning to you guys also. I think I see Mano calling, so let me let Bruce say his good mornings, eh? Yeah. Mano Holy Horse is there.
Guys, a pleasant good morning to each and everyone. I thank the Heavenly Father for bringing me here safe and sound. Good morning to Dominic and his family, Sharon Felix and her family. Good morning to my entire family. Good morning to you, callers, listeners, viewers, everybody always locked on with us. Always a pleasure to have you guys on the inside. Good morning to the management and staff of the Street 919 FM. Good morning to Mr. Iowa George and his entire family. Good morning to my friends and family in Tobago. Good morning, Auntie Pat. Morning, Melissa. Good morning, sweetie. Good morning to everyone.
Right, so I think we have someone on the line here. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Mr. Dominic?
Yes, sir, morning.
Bruce, my lord. Brucey.
Morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Well, I just want to say good morning to everybody, and as I always say, that I will continue to say happy African emancipation, and good morning to my Barataria, Mr. Barataria, Grandy, and Mr. Roger John, and everybody else, management and staff of the Street, and all listeners and callers. I want to say good morning to them. Happy good morning. And like I like to talk, so I will say to my African people, stay black, be black, and love the skin that you are in. And that is what I want to tell them. Stay black, be black, enjoy the skin that you are in.
Yeah, man.
And respect all unconditionally. Thank you, Bruce. Have a blessed day. And Dominic.
Thank you, sir.
Have a blessed day.
You too. All right, Mano, you can call back. Let's see who we have here. Hello, good morning.
Blessed morning to you, Dominic.
Morning, sir.
Dominic Bruce.
Morning.
Morning to Sharon, and by extension, the titans of democracy. Morning to Sister Jenny, Sister Carol, Mr. Chance, our constituency guru, Mr. Barataria, Rowley Jr. There's so much to call. Lock on and listen to better, and we have a problem going on in Las Cuevas. Indians are not coming up there with papers and claiming land. Well, I see also some trouble. I'm waiting to hear what's going to take place up there today or tomorrow. You all brothers, Dr. Najuja, Mount St. George morning, morning Tobago. I Dr. Najuja, my brother. Time to push back.
Push back.
King.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So, guys, you can call us at 342-00814665391.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Dominic.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to Bruce.
Morning.
Good morning to Mora. Yes. And good morning to each and everyone. I'm locked on and listening. Morning to Freeport. Morning to Donna. Morning to Miss Ezra. And good morning to Mother in Reed Lane. Agon.
Yeah, man.
Morning, Dominic.
Morning, Oga.
I know how it is. Agon.
Yeah, man. I figure we could take maybe two more. So, good morning, Mano. Hello, good morning.
Blessed love to you, Mr. Dominic, this morning. Praise the Lord, we are in the land of the living once more in Jesus' name. Blessed love to Mr. Bruce Wayne and his family also, Ms. Sharon Felix, management and staff, everybody. Blessed love, Mr. Napuna, Ms. Thomas, Mano, blessed love. Blessed love to Gemma, each and every one of the Titans family. I called my four corners of my boundaries, Passy Street, Mova, Beatham, Tumacac, Paradise Side. Blessed love. Hold on to that balance wheel. Blessed love to my Prime Minister, as I always say. You don't let go at all. You hold on, and your colleagues and your family. Hold on. Right? Don't let go. And let us look for peace, perfect peace. Salam. Right? And Trinidad and Tobago, blessed love to each and everyone else. Right? Mr. Bruce Wayne and Mr. Dominic, thank you for taking my call, right? Mano, blessed love to you also, right? Big sub, call in, right? Missing you, all and each and everyone, like Texas Lady and Aaron, love, and my girlfriend, yeah, from, not Freeport, from Faizabad, yeah, Miss Faizabad, love, go on.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Mano.
Change the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. Which I mean to say, everybody change your style. Look in the mirror and what you want to be yourself. Yeah, make people like this. Morning, Dominic. Morning, Bruce. Morning, Passy Street. Morning, Oman Oga, tell you, give me a call. Good morning to Miss Faizabad, Bata. Good morning, Brother Sterling. Jenny and Carol, good morning. Miss Tunapuna. Hey, Tawaman, what's going on? Malcolm and Gemma. Hey, all the people who have forgotten Miss. Hey, Zina, you wake up yet? Mr. Mommy Sauce, good morning to you. Sharon, good morning. You see, when you lady is confused, everybody confused. And you love to everybody. Mr. Chance, everybody. Rowley Jr., everybody. Good morning. Love to everybody. Only do something good for somebody today. and feel good for the rest of your life. Okay? But love is the answer. God change the world.
Right. Right, let me see. I think this is Gemma.
Morning, Dominic.
Morning, Gemma.
Morning, Gusti.
Morning.
Good morning to the whole of Sabadi Umura, where I live. Good morning to my family. Good morning to Miss Parsley Street, Mr. Napuna, and all the rest that I forget to call. And Mr. Monk St. George, good morning. Morning, Mr. Monk St. George. God bless you, my darling. You always hit it on the right track. Good morning to my Prime Minister and family, my Prime Minister, Dr. Rowley. Oh, Lord, Dr. Rowley, I love you so much. God bless you. And hold the fort, Dr. Rowley. God is in charge. Put God first, and anything can happen after. Okay? He's the boss. Put him first, and he will take charge of everything that's going on in this country. God bless you, my Prime Minister. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen and amen.
Amen. Right, I think we could take one more. Hello, good morning.
Thanks a lot, guys. Morning to Bruce. Morning, Dominic.
Morning, sir.
Sharon. Listen, blessings to you guys. I'd always tell Bruce, Dominic, I mean, you probably hear, don't underestimate the impact you all have on us out here.
Yes.
It's very, very important. And everybody with the whole interconnection have a special way with the contribution, Manu in particular. So, you know, we're grateful to you guys. Thanks a lot, Mr. Chance, Angie, good morning, and everybody. And we look forward to the discussions of the day. Thanks, guys.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Right. So, folks, so a few issues to discuss this morning. As I indicated earlier, for those of you who are just joining us, the interview with the Minister of Housing, Mrs. Camille Robinson Regis, is postponed to Thursday because she would be deputizing, I believe, for the Prime Minister this morning at an event which I will speak about shortly. Right? All right, let me just take this last one quickly. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Dominic.
Morning.
Hussein.
Morning.
And how are you today?
Very good.
Good.
All right. Well, I am all good too inside. I want to tell good morning to the Prime Minister and his wife. And I want to tell Tobago, everybody in Tobago, good morning. And then the Tycoon, good morning. Sharon, Mommy Soft, Shock Lady, Mr. Napuna, Manu, everybody morning, and have a best morning. Okay? And keep safe. You hear? All right then. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, Bruce. Can anybody tell me where the Deputy Chief Secretary is? Watson Duke?
Serving bread and water somewhere.
Well, I don't know if he's serving if he's serving it. Well, I know he's not serving it. If he is in fact serving it, he's not serving it in Trinidad and Tobago. I saw the goodly gentleman post up a video last night. He's out of the country again.
Really?
Yes. And in this video, he is walking through the airport, wherever he is, with a few people, and they're talking about a couple of the guys behind him saying, the next Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. And he says, yeah, we are here they are selling Trinidad and Tobago, right? Internationally. So I don't know where he is, but apparently the members of the THA have time on their hands to be joyriding all over the place. Yes?
What so he doing tourism?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's in charge of tourism.
Apparently.
Right, okay. At least we know what portfolio he has now.
Yeah. Right?
Deputy Chief Sec,
yes.
In charge of tourism. All right, okay.
Yeah. Remember, he was given the responsibility to promote Trinidad and Tobago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because apparently they're still trying to work out what is the role and function of the Deputy Chief Secretary, the second highest paid member of the THA Executive Council. And Mr. Duke has been everywhere except in Tobago, doing whatever is the work, right? So I'm just curious. So perhaps when we open the lines later on, if any of you in Tobago know where Mr. Duke is, and who paid for that trip, because we know the THA don't have money. Remember, they don't have money to buy juice, to buy water, to buy tea. If you come to any THA event, any THA function, there will be no refreshments provided for you because Tricky Tracy and Ansel and the rest of them thief out all the money last time, so we have no money. Yet still, 10-member delegation going to Grenada, right, for 11 days to view Grenada's carnival, to take part on Grenada's carnival for their carnival that they're supposed to be having in October. Yes.
Take pattern.
Yes, they're going to take notes, copious
carnival.
notes. Yeah. Mm.
But everybody's carnival is individual to their country and the way how they do things in their own land and stuff like that. The same way why with Trinidad and Tobago carnival, people just come from all over the world just to be a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to take part in, you see.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't they just say they're going over there for the carnival full stop and done the stupid talk?
Which is what everybody's saying they should just say. Right?
Oh gosh, you're going over there for the carnival. You're going for a vacation, you're going for carnival, okay.
11
kill
days,
the talk.
11 days of carnival is 2 days, not so?
Well, all right, they're going for the pre-fed, the after-fed and all of that.
And then after the carnival, they're tired with all that copious note taking their fingers, hurting them. They need to rest their fingers for a few days before you come back home.
Dominic.
Listen.
Dominic. I find they should stop the nonsense now.
Yeah.
Grenada Carnival happening. We want to go Grenada to enjoy ourselves for the carnival.
Mm-hmm.
We taking a couple of days. We going Grenada for the carnival. Don't come and tell people no sharpness about you going to take copious notes and you going to see and take a pattern from.
Yes, and also to promote the Tobago Carnival in Grenada so that Grenadians could come to Tobago in October to participate in their carnival festivities, right? Now, as a 10-member delegation, so on Sunday I would have read out the first 5. There was the second 5, right? Now, the first 5 is, let me get it here. Just for a reminder for those of you who didn't hear it on Sunday. Delegating team, Assemblyman Megan Morrison, she's the Assistant Secretary, the Division of Tourism. Her expenses is $44,843. Miss Renata Murray Dionanan, the personal assistant to the Assistant Secretary. So the Assistant Secretary, she can't take notes. So she needs her secretary, she's the assistant, and she needs her personal secretary to go with her to take the notes. So I don't know what she would be doing. So she'll probably be dictating. Yes, take note of how that man just whined there. Yes, take note of the gyration. Yeah, take note of that. You notice they are covered in oil there. Yes, take note of that as well. Note the headpieces. You took a note of that. Videographer, you got a picture of that, right? All right. Mr. Dave Elliott, he's the videographer. Miss Misha Trim, she's the chairman of the October Carnival Committee. She only staying for 2 days. The rest of them staying for 11, right? She's the chairman. But
How come she only staying for 2 days?
Well, apparently her powers of retention is better than the rest of them. They need 11 days for it to stick, but she only need 2. Mr. Kevin McKenna, who's the deputy chairman, yeah, he there for 11. He there for the 11 days too, right? Yeah, who was the carry? Mr. Jeffrey Thomas, artiste. Mr. Jared Balfour, panist. Miss Adana Roberts, artiste. Mr. Kyle Arnold, artiste. And Miss Leanne Charles, who is Mr. Tobago Heritage 2022. She's staying 9 days. Well, the last 5 I called they're staying for 9 days, right?
So
you carry a panist, 3 artists, and Miss Tobago Heritage.
So the artists and them,
yeah,
right? Because the artists you call there, very good artists.
Yes.
So the artists and them going and perform, them going and make a money.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And the rest of them just going for the carnival, the wine and the jam. The chairman.
Yeah, but Bruce, if the artists going and make a money, why the taxpayers paying for that? Because
the chairman, right?
Yes.
Clearly the chairman going over there for business.
Yes.
Clearly. Right? She's going over there, spend 2 days, do whatever, if she say, well, okay, here what's going on. We have some packages here for anybody who wants to attend Tobago's Carnival. We have some packages in place here, and I'm giving it to the tourism minister of Grenada. Right? So that you now could take these packages and use them to, help me promote, and she's coming back home after that, and that's all she needs.
Correct.
So everybody else going for wine and jam. All vex with me for all you want. Let we be real. Don't come around with no dotishness. The artists and them going and perform. The panelists going. We're trying to make going across there as a panelist with your pan to do what? Nothing. Don't do me that.
Right.
All you going and carry some show or something. Somebody going and perform some way.
Yeah.
Right? Adana is a real boss artist. Adana going to handle she seen over there.
Right.
Now, as for who paying for this trip.
Paying for that trip.
Right. Now, that is where we had the little issue here. Right? So, we using this as a guise to say, here we're going on now. We're going on promote Tobago's carnival. Okay, no problem. Artists on stage, have the crowd in a frenzy, thing going nice, thing. And only don't forget, visit Tobago in October, thing, carnival, we nice, we there, all your thing.
Yes.
No problem. I could live with all of that, Dominic. I could live with all of that. But don't come to tell the people at Trinidad and Tobago that's all they're going over there to promote Tobago Carnival in this kind of way as though all these ambassadors going on. Don't remember that.
Now, Bruce, I've always heard Trinidad and Tobago Carnival. We're supposed to be the Mecca of Carnival, right? Most of these foreign carnivals, we heard, patterned after Trinidad and Tobago's carnival. Yet, the NCC has not been engaged. The NCC, so far, according to Winston Gypsy Peters, has no involvement in Tobago's carnival, but it's Trinidad and Tobago, right? Okay. Pan Trinbago, take a turn in the backside too. Beverly Ramsey Moore, who's also Tobagonian. Oh, yes. She has been very critical.
No Pan Trinbago over there,
They didn't consult Pan Trinbago at all. No.
Sir, only I need to pause Dominic here. Who is the person that said Tobago Carnival in October? Who's the person that sanctioned that? Who's the person that called for that? Who's the person that put that in place? Who did that? That was the THA?
THA.
Right, so that was the THA. Okay, no problem. Right, fine. Now,
remember when we had our Taste of Carnival earlier on, Fali said them not participating in that. They're not interested in any Taste of Carnival. They have their own thing in October.
Right? No, here we're going on. Eh? Now that you remind me about that statement, Olia, the world is how it is already. Stop trying to divide people further more now, please. Right? Stop trying. I have no problem with Tobago having the carnival, no. Mind you. Yeah, if I get work, I go in Tobago for the carnival. You understand? Big man thing.
Yes.
But don't have it as though here we're going on now. Trinidad doing Trinidad, Tobago doing Tobago. Tobago has its own carnival. Fine, no problem. I expect Tobago to be celebrating carnival next year. Please God, normal over there as they are accustomed doing. Come on. We're trying to tell me they're not going to do that and they're going to have it in October.
Yeah, because remember, the song we're going to hear is that, well, the budget was expended for October Carnival and therefore we don't have money for...
I wonder how Tobago in general feels about that.
Pan Trinbago President Beverly Ramsey Moore has expressed concern with the marketing strategy for the inaugural Tobago Carnival. With 2 months to go before the October 28th to 30th festival begins, Ramsey Moore said time is running out for the Tobago House of Assembly and the Tobago Carnival Committee to get it right. In a Facebook post on Saturday, Ramsey Moore criticized a decision to send a 10-member Tobago delegation to Grenada to promote the carnival, considering no schedule of events has been unveiled nor a budget. She said the promotion of the carnival locally is also woefully lacking. Assistant Secretary of Tourism Megan Morrison left Tobago last week with soca artists and tourism officials to garner support for the carnival as the Spice Island prepares its own celebrations. In a Facebook post, Ramsey Moore said, when you think you know and you really don't know. That is the vibes I'm getting with the Tobago, Bakival, Carnival, or whatever they're having in Tobago. Big rollout in Grenada and nothing a yard. TNT have more people than Grenada. Dance a yard before you dance abroad. I recall Watson Duke making that statement on more than one occasion. Dance a yard before you dance abroad. But apparently, that is not the mantra anymore. Right? Because right now, he dancing abroad. Okay. Ask about her post on Sunday. Ramsey Moore said, I'm not against the marketing and promotion all over the world of any event in Tobago. But I think as stakeholders, we are supposed to be brought up to date with what is happening. Where is the calendar of events? She said the THA is not utilizing resources at its disposal and there is little buy-in from local stakeholders. What is wrong with having your very own National Carnival Commission assisting with the marketing in Trinidad? I am confused. You are out here marketing Tobago Carnival and not marketing in TNT? You have not marketed in your own country? TNT has more people than Grenada. Trinidad is the mecca of Carnival. So if you want to sell Carnival, where's the first place you'd go? She believes time is running out. This is not handsy-pansy. This is serious business. I want to ensure that the Tobago Carnival is one of the best in the world. And we must begin to sell that. We, TT, start and end the carnival. NCC Chairman Winston Gypsy Peters agreed with Ramsey Moore that the carnival is not being promoted enough locally. And that's the truth, he said. Peters said the NCC held cordial preliminary discussions with the THA when the carnival was announced but has not been consulted since. And he said the NCC was unaware of the aim of the trip to Grenada. After they put a committee together, they said they don't want Tobago Carnival to look like Trinidad Carnival. What they mean is that they don't want Tobago Carnival to look like Trinidad and Tobago Carnival because it's one country. Every country wants a Trinidad and Tobago style carnival because it's so successful, but they don't want it. I guess they want to look like Grenada Carnival. PNM Tobago Council leader Ansel Dennis, who shared Ramsey Moore's Facebook post, said he was disappointed with the apparent lack of organization and planning so far. Right? When you don't, as she say, you may know, and you don't know, you don't know.
Dominic, they came in, right? And like I said, okay, fine. Tobago was not happy with PNM, so they exercised their constitutional right, and they put somebody else in place to handle their affairs. Fine, respect to that. Okay, no problem. But you come in there like this big bull, this big bajan. You want to do it so, and you want to do it so. Now, it have a reason why it has been done the way it has been done. Certain things you have to follow. There are certain guidelines to follow, constitution, stuff like that. All these things come into play. So what you want to do? You want to come here and just destroy everything, go against everything, and expect it to work?
Yes.
When you have never tried it before? You have never been in office before. So why, you know, Dominic, that's like you're asking somebody, you have a fresh wall, no paint, nothing, and you tell them, you know how to paint? What do you mean I know how to paint? It's just to take the paint and take the brush and you do that. And you say, okay, no problem. You put primer, you put paint.
Yeah.
You come, you see a wall finish, you tell yourself, what boy, you finish paint that wall already, primer and paint, boy, all right thing. When you come back now you see him putting the primer on top of the paint. The concrete primer says it all. Concrete primer means it has to go on the concrete and then the paint goes on that. I thought you know what you're doing. All you need to stop embarrassing Tobago. All you need to stop.
Yeah, but then Bruce, on top of that, they want to establish a ferry service for the carnival between Trinidad and between Tobago and Grenada. Yeah.
Everything done book out for that weekend already.
Yeah.
You right?
Yeah.
Because anyway, let's just say that.
I don't know what vessel they're using because the Minister of Works and Transport said he don't know nothing about that. Right? All he know about that is what he read in the papers just like everybody else. Farley met with the board of the Port Authority to discuss ferry business, right? Because the port of Tobago of Scarborough belongs to Port Authorities managed.
Okay.
You went to talk to the minister. Nobody from central government. You talk to the port. So you can make arrangements with Grenada. They have a ferry service. So I don't know if it is Grenada will be providing the ferry. Right? How long that going to take? I don't know, because if it's taking about 3.5 hours to get from Trinidad to Tobago, to get from Grenada to here, how long that take you? Right? Well. So you will reach just in time for Juve or whatever it is. So leave Friday, yeah? And by the time you reach, it's 3 days, huh? Very bye. So yeah. No consultation with nobody. So they're making decisions on their own. Okay, fine. No problem. All right. They having no competition, right? No steel pan, no calypso, no nothing.
So the reason for
I don't know. So the artists, I don't know, the people who participate and have no incentive really for them to participate in this, right? Yeah, no prizes or whatever. It is the THA has taken that decision. So it's left to be seen how this carnival is going to operate. But I see the ads are upon us. And I wanna deal with Sushila after the 7 o'clock hour. But let me just touch on one other thing quickly and I'll probably follow up on it. I see there's a invoice going around, right? Picture of an invoice where Winsford James, it is alleged, would have charged $25,000 to edit the budget speech of Farley, Augusta. $25,000. He will not confirm or deny, Winsford James, right? So you telling me how nobody in the budget division, in the division of finance, who doing this budgeting for all these years, right? Writing budget speech. So they write it. The technocrats, Farley didn't write it. So the technocrats in the division write it. And then send it for Winsford to read it and tell us if what we're doing for all these years is correct. And $25,000. We're going to the ads. We're coming back just now. Stay locked.
Oh Lord. Here tune. Yeah, keep it right there. Lower down a little bit. Information again. Must give a little information for this tune. You ready, Bugman? We went up Tabakit by a friend of mine named Jungle. And we end up 2 miles in the forest, 12 o'clock midnight. And we make a cook in a cabbage field. Right? Reach home about 4 o'clock in the morning. And wake up next morning. And when I walk in the next room, I see my wife ironing something. And I just watch she. And the song come into my head. And I just start to sing all kind of thing. I can't pull the note good. La 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 la. Na 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 na. Keep it low right there. Catch you. The way you walk, way you talk, way you smile. When you looked at me, girl, for a while, started blush like a child. But I ain't playing no games now. I will do anything for your love. Just say the word now. You're my day, you're my night, you're my sun, you're my rain, you're my world now. I've got to have you. I've got to hold you. I've got to squeeze you. I'm longing for your love, girl. I've got to have you. I've got to hold you. I've got to set my soul on fire. You set my soul on fire. You set my soul on fire. You set my soul on fire. Yeah. Fire, fire. Fire, fire. Fire, fire. The first time I saw your face, girl, I know that I met my bride now. Never felt this way for anyone. So real inside now. I can see myself taking strolls with you in the park now. Hugging up, kissing up, loving up. Let me go, let me go. I've got to have you. Got to hold you. I've got to squeeze you. I've got to have you. Got to hold you up. I've got to win your heart. You set my soul on fire. 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 Fire. What a band song in sweet.
KMC.
Yes, Sammy.
Tune in to the Street 919 FM for the program The Final Hour with Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr. and his wife, Nikki Garcia, for the Bible study every Thursday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Mark chapter 16, verse 15 says, "Go into all the world and preach this gospel for every creature, for I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power of God unto salvation."
You are invited to join Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center, located at numbers 399 Eastern Main Road, Guayco in Sangre Grande, for the old-time gospel hour all-night prayer. This and every Friday evening on the Street 919 FM from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. Designed with you in mind, this program deals with today's issues from a biblical perspective. You will also be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Micah 6:8 says, "He hath showed thee, O man, what is good and what doeth the Lord require of thee, but to justly and to love mercy and walk humbly with thy God." Your financial support through the First Citizens Bank will be greatly appreciated. Account number 795222. For further information, call 753-1113 or email us at church668hope@gmail.com. Hot Off the Press presents Aisha Wells' birthday bash. Come celebrate celebrate with Aisha on board the Embassy on August 13th. Boarding at the Hyatt Waterfront from 6:30 p.m. sharp. Featuring an all-star DJ cast. We're going to have a good time celebrating with Aisha.
You're on board? We're talking about my birthday bash.
For tickets and more information, call Robert at 333-2181. Olu at 730-3665.
It's my birthday. That's what we're talking about. Happy birthday to you.
If you're experiencing pain, constipation, headaches, poor blood circulation, high or low blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, swollen or darkened feet, come visit us at Health and Wealth Lifestyle, located at 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria, opposite Eastern Credit Union. We at Health and Wealth Lifestyle offer a wide range of services. Come and experience our new 3D analyzer, which allows you to have a look inside your body. We also provide live blood analysis, iridology, ionic foot detox with foot soak and foot massage, aquatherapy, full body massage, and organic supplements on sale such as Nano Silver, Nano Zinc, Body Light, cold pressed sesame oil, and more. Health and Wealth Lifestyle, located at number 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria, opposite Eastern Credit Union. For more information, call 275-8359 or 288-1108. Join Nicole Huggins for Health and Wealth Lifestyle Tuesday morning from 11:05 to 12 noon, right here on the street 919 FM.
Good about that looking like a real bad.
Are you ready for that boat experience again? The Sea Champion and the Embassy say book with us for that unforgettable boat ride experience. Sea Champion leaving from King's Wharf, San Fernando, and the Embassy leaving from Breakfast Shed, Port of Spain, or Westside Trinidad. For more information, call 399-5959, 281-4723, or email us at coralvisiontT@gmail.com. Book now and reserve your cruise.
Hey, that boat that look like it's not wet.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying locked to the Street 919 FM. If you're just joining us, you just woke up, roll off your bed, you are tuned in to Titans of Democracy with myself, Dominic Romain, and Bruce Wayne.
Happy birthday to Marva Jones, celebrating her birthday today. Wish you all the best. You know, you're going to see and have many, many more. And don't forget about the our ice cream union, ice cream and cake union. Yes. We will be visiting you.
Yes. and I have to also extend belated greetings to Nigel O'Connor. I saw on Sunday, I saw it, and I was supposed to mention it, and then I got caught up. And after that, I said, "Oh, shucks, boy." So I trust that Nigel had a very enjoyable one, and I'm certain that Marissa would have.
Nigel and Marcia, the gang call, they want to give me or they give Dominic some too, eh?
No, I remember it, Bruce, and I said I had to mention it, and then I taken calls, and I just totally forgot. You know, so,
It happens.
Because I was going to tell Nigel he need to call and sing happy birthday to himself. But, yeah. So, yeah, folks. So before we went to the ads, let me just wrap up on that issue there with respect to the invoice that is going around. I think it was posted by Liz Williams of TV6, whereas it is an invoice, allegedly, from Winford James to the Division of Finance for $25,000, which is the fee to edit the budget speech of Fali Augustine, right? Now I am asking the question. This is not the first time, this is not the second, the third, time that a budget speech has been read in the THA by the Secretary for Finance, right? Who happens to be the Chief Secretary. So I would imagine that there's a budget department within the Division of Finance, persons who are accustomed writing budget speeches, and they've been doing so for years, right? Persons who are quite competent and capable of editing budget speeches. But apparently the chief secretary doesn't have confidence in the abilities of these persons to write a proper budget speech. So he needed to solicit the services of Winsford James, right? Or Winford James. Now I'm asking, even if you don't have confidence in the folks who've been writing budget speeches and preparing budget speeches for years in the Division of Finance at the THA, and you wanted to have your budget speech edited, could you have not gotten the support, or you could not have gotten assistance from the Ministry of Finance, the Budgets Department in the Ministry of Finance? No? Couldn't do that either? For free? Couldn't do that? No. We had $25,000 based on this invoice to pay to Mr. James. Mr. James, who also sits on the board of the venture capital, whoever it is, in Tobago. Remember, he was given a position on the quarries board, and because of the family bacchanal, he was moved from there and he was put on the venture capital board. And apparently, according to Fali, his services and his expertise would be put to far better use on this board than the previous board. So yes, it's a good thing people make a fuss and a rab and cuss out about him being on that other board. Whereas we would not have had the good sense to put him on this new board. Yeah? So Mr. James seems to be faring well. According to Elizabeth Williams, he would neither confirm nor deny the authenticity of this invoice. $25,000 to read the budget speech that was prepared for Fali, because we know Fali didn't write it. It was prepared for Fali by, again, I imagine, the technocrats. These are people who are qualified, I would like to assume, and would have written budget speeches for all of the previous secretaries of finance. But Fali, as I said before, it seems doesn't have confidence in these people. And we needed to spend $25,000 for Winford James to read it and say, okay, hey, I went through it and I noticed you all needed to put a semicolon in the third paragraph. You needed to put a comma in the fourth. Page 56. Yeah, I noticed that I would just change, instead of will, I think you should put shall. Instead of me, you should put shall. And more or less, that's it there, no? Yeah, otherwise it's good.
25,000.
Yeah, 25,000. Yeah, yeah.
Wrong line of work, yes. Goodness.
But that could have paid 25 employees of the THA could have got an extra payment, Bruce.
Oh.
Yeah, so between that 25,000 and the 300,000 they spent for Tobago, that's 325 employees of the THA who could have gotten the extra payment that was promised to you since December last year. But remember, Fadi tell all you, it ain't no money. We can't afford that right now. We have the money for that. But don't worry. All you'll get that September when the next budget. Yeah, look at that, right? So December, Christmas gone, Christmas and July gone, and all they're still waiting. But yet still $325,000 fine. Add that to the $200 and something thousand that they spent for the retreat, the 5-day retreat. Yeah, so that's 325 plus, let's say, about 240, almost $600,000 there. 600 employees of the THA, look at that pressure payment. But y'all are not important. You have more pressing issues. Yeah? We have no money for tea plate, we have no money for water, we have no money for refreshments, coffee and tea and so on if you're attending a THA function. Because, as I said before, Tricky Tracy and Ansel and the rest of them thief out all the money. Yeah? All right. But that is transformational leadership. PDP style. Meanwhile, we don't know. I'm still waiting to hear. I checked his Facebook page this morning. And I didn't see I don't know where Mr. Duke is, but I know he out of the country, right? Saw him rolling through like a big boy through some airport in some country there. And his entourage, and you have his videographer with him and so on, stating that this is the next Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, and he's out there promoting Trinidad and Tobago on the international scene. Yeah, so wherever you are, Mr. Duke, I trust that you would enjoy yourself at the expense of taxpayers. But the UNC not going to talk about that because they have no issues with that, neither the PDP. But they could tell you all about what the former administration did, right? Okay, no problem. Good. Right. Let me deal with... There's so many things I want to talk about this morning, but I had to put a couple of them on the back burner. Probably I'll deal with that Thursday or maybe Sunday. So let me deal with Sushila. So I listened to Sushila last night, right? hoping against hope that Sushila would prove me wrong and demonstrate that the UNC still have some modicum of decency. But she proved me right. They have none. And so what came out of Sushila's mouth is exactly what I was expecting. I expected nothing less. So the first thing she addressed, of course, was the brouhaha over Anil Roberts and this campaign that he's waging against the wife of the Prime Minister, right? Yes. I think by now everybody would have seen that disgusting live. Well, he did several. So I'm sure by now everybody would have seen at least one of them. But Sushila didn't address the issue with respect directly to Mr. Roberts. Instead, she took aim at the Women's League, the PNM's Women's League. So I imagine if the PNM's Women's League had not put out a statement, she would have had nothing to talk about last night in respect of that. So I'm going to read it here. Right? It's in the Guardian. Kamala slams PNM's Women's League, leave my name out your mouth. UNC leader Kamala Persad-Bissessar has called on the PNM's Women's League to leave my name out of your mouth and has also called on local government councillors to boycott today's meeting with government. She made the comment at the UNC's Monday night forum last night as she knocked a PNM Women's League statement denouncing her silence on UNC Senator Anil Roberts' recent attack on Sharon Clark Rowley, the Prime Minister's wife. Persad-Bissessar said, I have nothing to do with anybody's domestic business. Why are you calling my name and blaming me? It was the Prime Minister who said, I'm not in all your bedroom, so leave me out of your bacchanal. That Women's League has nothing to do. So many people, women, children are missing, but you want to call Kamala name. I might do what that fella, what's his name, Will Smith, do. Just leave my name out of your mouth. She questioned why the league didn't focus on why pepper spray isn't in effect. PNM pedophile ring, she called it the pedophile national movement. Joblessness, economic diversification, and students failing. All of a sudden, they want to talk of decency and decorum and calling my name. The hypocrisy of the PNM, she said, pointing to a video of certain platform statements made by Prime Minister Keith Rowley. I ask you, WPC, Camille, and so on, leave my name out of your mouth. She also called on councillors, right? So, I'm going to talk about that just now, right? So, she took issue with the PNM's Women League was coming out in defense of Mrs. Rowley, like censuring Dr. Rowley. No mention of and what Anil Roberts did, right?
Yeah, because that was okay.
Yeah, and saying she had nothing to do with that. Who put him in the Senate? Keith Rowley? The PNM's Women's League put Anil Roberts in the Senate? The issue here, Bruce, is not so much about the nastiness that is Anil Roberts. Everybody know he's lower than low. Right? Lower than the white line on the road. He's despicable, disgusting. He's I wouldn't even call him a human being. Right? Forget it. From that perspective, we know the man is a nastiness. The issue here is that you, Sushila, have this nastiness in the parliament. In the Senate, no doubt, the upper house. That is the issue here. And people are calling on you to remove this despicable individual from the Senate. Even though removing him from the Senate ain't going to make much of a difference because he will continue to do his nastiness on social media. Yeah. So, and we know that she listens, I know for a fact that she listens to Anil Roberts and his Douglas politics, his Douglaya politics, because she referenced something that he always talks about on his Douglaya politics show the other day on the Monday Night Forum when she was speaking about the Minister of Education, right? And she said, she was talking about how the Minister of Education was in the Parliament on Friday, and she was talking about education, this and so on. And she turned to Anil Roberts and she said, Anil, what you just call she? Bundles? I don't know why I just call she bundles. You don't know why? Now, the only reason you could know he calls her bundles is because you listen to Douglas politics, because that is where he always refers to the Minister of Education as bundles, right? And you know the context. Whenever he refers to the Minister of Education, it's only for one thing. This nastiness, and which is why he doesn't deserve to be in the Senate. Now, this is my issue. I say what I say, but as I said, we are accustomed to that. Anil Roberts, since she brought him back into public life, Sushila, I don't know if it is he trying to impress her. I don't know if it is that he wants to make sure that he right up there under her bosom so that when election come around, she could probably send him back up for a seat or whatever. I understand he's hopeful to contest the St. Joseph seat. So I hear, right? Yeah. He better to come back to Dabadi O'Meara because He come there, the cocktail he will get. Right? Yeah. The people at Aberdeen were waiting to run him out of town. But, so he want to go to St. Joseph. Since this nastiness has been brought back into public life by Kamla Persad-Bissessar, he has disrespected the president, making allegations that the reason why the president chose Bliss C. Persad to head the Police Service Commission is because of pom-pom politics, that the president somehow is involved in some sexual relationship with Bliss C. Persad, right? And that is some Bishop's High School, Bishop's Anstey, whoever it is. It's some clique, you know, of old girls, as they call it, who went to Bishop's, right? He has claimed that the Prime Minister had an affair with the wife of former Minister of Sport, Darrell Smith. He claimed that the Prime Minister had an affair with the Minister of Education, Donna Cox, the President of the Senate. And this nasty video that she showed last night, right? I tell you how she's disrespectful. Though they look for speeches that the Prime Minister would have made before. And all in an attempt to defend the nastiness that Anil Roberts did. To say, well, all they want to say Anil disrespectful, but look, listen to all the Prime Minister and all of these things. So let us double down. So we support Anil, and let me play this. No shame. You are aspiring to be the next Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, calling yourself the Prime Minister in waiting. And this is the level of nasty politics that you're playing, right? And you want to defend this nastiness. But we're not surprised, because you're accustomed putting a set of crooks and vagabonds in the Senate to represent the UNC. And this is just another incarnation of your poor judgment. Just when you were Prime Minister, the lineup of ministers that you imposed on this country, again, demonstrated your lack of judgment. And this is what we are supposed to expect from you if it is, God forbid, you come back as Prime Minister in this country. Your poor judgment has not changed. In fact, it has worsened. And my point in this is, we are talking here about the Senate. If Anil Roberts wants to be a nastiness that he is on social media, fine. Let him do that. Social media allows him to do that. Maybe, hopefully, one of these days, somebody is going to report his page and Facebook will put him in jail for 30 days, so we wouldn't have to put up with that filth for at least 30 days. Yeah? But this man is in the Senate. The Senate, the upper house of Trinidad and Tobago. And this level of disrespect, politics is politics, but there ought to be a red line drawn, right? Some lines you should not cross. He don't know about that. She doesn't know about that either. And I must express my disappointment in the usual men and women of letters who always have something to say about everything that happened in this country, particularly in terms of the governance, right? They always have some article to write or some comment to make with respect to how the Prime Minister and his cabinet runs the country. Martin Daly has said, I have heard nothing from Martin Daly on this issue, right? Why I'm particularly disappointed in Martin Daly is because, one, Mrs. Rowley works out of the chambers of Martin Daly, right? She works at MG Daly and company. So this is your colleague. She works in your office. And she is being denigrated by the nastiness of the UNC. You've said nothing on the matter, right? Further to that, as a former independent senator, someone who served in the Senate of Trinidad and Tobago, you ought to be, you know, out there trying to preserve the sanctity of the Senate. And you have this, I'm lost for words, Bruce, to describe this man, right? Anil Roberts was a senator sitting in the Senate, the upper house, disrespecting, bringing shame and disgrace to the upper house. And you, as a former independent senator, you've said nothing. And it's not the first time, it's not the second time, it's not the third time that this man has made inflammatory statements. But you have nothing to say. Sophia Choate, who is the president of the Law Association. Sharon Rowley, as an attorney, is your professional colleague. You have said nothing on that. Fine. But you, as a former independent senator, you too should be trying to preserve the sanctity of the Senate where you once served. Not one word. And I'm not just talking about this incident, you know. All the other times that this nastiness has come out and said the things that he has said, done his lives, whether it's on Doubles and Coffee or Doglaya politics, whatever it is, right? Or whether he's being interviewed on the news. He is a senator. He is in the Senate where you served. You know. This is the reason why it's called the upper house. you expect a certain level of decorum from the persons who serve there, even more so than in the lower house. But you have come out to say nothing, not in defense of your professional colleague and not in defense of the sanctity of the Senate where you once served. The man, the Jockey Shorts Award man, Martin George, always have a comment to make on everything. Yeah? Again, the Senate. This man continues to disrespect the Senate. He continues to heap scorn on the Senate. But you have nothing to say about that. As an attorney, Sharon Rowley is all you. So your professional colleague. You have nothing to say about that. Yeah? But you want to come and talk about Cal and how Cal need to explain themselves with respect to the statements concerning the air bridge and the losses and so on, and Cal should not be blaming the domestic air bridge for the losses and so over the years. Martin George, you need to hold the Jockey Shorts Award this morning. Really. Yeah? Really, really. I award you the Jockey Shorts Award this morning. But it speaks again, Bruce, to the moral decay in this country that you have persons of a certain ilk. Not the waterfront. We expect this nastiness from them. But these men and women have letters to quote the former president, Carmona. You have nothing to say on this matter. You know why? I suspect I know why. You know why? It's because some all here believe the nonsense, right? You all believe the stupidness and the nastiness that is coming out of the mouths, that nasty lie that came out of the pit of hell that is the UNC. And in case all they say, well, in case next thing later on it will come out and it's true, let me do get involved in that, right? That's all their mindset. That is all their mindset. So right now we business. We go sit back, rock back, and wait and see how this thing plays out. Young and restless business now. Yeah? Young and restless business. But you all are men and women of letters. And you all continue. Even if you don't want to get involved in the whole brouhaha, say something about the fact that this man is a senator, appointed, not elected, appointed by the leader of the opposition, the misleader of the opposition, who is positioning herself to be the next prime minister of this country. And if it is that she is quite prepared and quite comfortable to have that level of nastiness in the parliament of Trinidad and Tobago, it speaks volumes as to what you can expect should, God forbid, she become the prime minister of this country again. Total disregard and disrespect for the citizens of this country. When she first sought to bring him back some years ago, prior to the elections and so on, and there was this big uproar. Remember, she was on the platform, and when it is the live sport audit report was thrown out, and she said Anel has been vindicated, and she's looking to bring him back in the Senate. Even people in the UNC told her that is madness.
Yeah, people was upset.
People were very upset about that. Because again, the liar that he is was all over the place saying, "Oh, the court quashed the audit report because they said it was lies and so on." No, the court made no pronouncements on the substance of the report. What the court simply said, and they found in favor of the former PS of the Ministry of Sport, his name slips me at the moment, Ashwin Creed, and the other guy. What the court said, we agree with what the claimants are saying is that they were not afforded an opportunity to respond to the findings of the audit report. And therefore a report was generated without consulting them to verify the contents of that report. And in so doing, natural justice did not take place. And so the court said, here what? Get rid of this report, go back and do it over. And this time, consult with these two men, right? Hear what they have to say. Present them with your findings and let them tell you their side of the story. And then compile the report and come back. The court never said that the substance of the report, in terms of all the money that was spent and the crookery that took place, the court never said that that wasn't true. But this liar, this bold-faced liar that was put in the Senate by Kamala Persad-Bissessar, coming and tell the people that that's what the court said. So it is not inconceivable to believe that if you all put God out of your collective thoughts, or as Patrick Manning would say, you all decide to play fast and loose with your vote come 2025, and put that disgrace, that clueless clown back as Prime Minister, bet your bottom dollar that is the level of disrespect that will be shown to you, the citizens of this country. Now, the members of the illiterati, the ocean of deplorables, they don't mind, they don't care. She could put who she want as a minister. They're just happy to have her there as prime minister, right? So she could put all the nastiness that she want and establish a cabinet with only a certain nastiness, and they're happy with that. They have no problem with that. They have no shame. As I always say, the dogs in the UNC suffering from malnutrition because they have no shame for them to eat. So the members of that party, they're okay with that. They like what Anil doing. Because when he does that nastiness, they like to share it all over the place. And yeah, get them, Anil, get them. When you read the comments, I've engaged a few of them. And as I went directly to his page, and I commented on it, and I told him he needs to change the name of his program from Douglaya Politics. Well, I'm going to tell you the word that I used, right? You need to change it to Tongues Man Politics, but tongues isn't the word I use. All you know, all you big and has sense, I know what I mean. Not tongues, but all you know what tongues is. That is what he needs to change it to. Yeah, and a few of them engagement. I'm glad, because I could respond to them. So all of them come out for me. One me, dealing with all of them, left, right, and center. Hey, morning, Angie. Front and center. I am free.
Oh, good.
Yeah? But they don't mind if she put nastiness in the as she did last time. So with Vanilla Allen Toppin, and remember when Vanilla Allen Toppin did what she did, which cost them the election in 2015. Remember afterwards when the media interviewed Rudal Munilal for comment on what Vanilla Allen Toppin, he said, we are proud of her. Proud of her. Yes. Proud of her. In fact, that quintessential clown, was Angie likes to call him the clown on rollerblades. When he was, they had this Sunday morning with a time press conference where there's get half a question. He said, well, you know, when the media asked him about it, he said, well, I think that Mr. Roberts might actually be helping the Prime Minister. And he says it so glibly. Yeah? Yeah.
I'm going to look downstairs
yes.
and come back.
All right.
Because all I will say is, you want to share licks? That's all I will say.
Yeah. So everybody want to get in on the action, right? So I saw the host of the morning program on Synergy, Stephen Reese. He decided to go outside of the One Woodbrook place where they're claiming the alleged affair took place, and he heard that this is the place to go when you want to get on. So he's here, and you know he's hoping that that he gets lucky, yeah. And then Watson Duke, the leader of the PDP, he decides to put up a video with his wife talking about unconditional love and giving advice to the Prime Minister. This man who is before the court on, as what Jenny just said, boy, is 4 counts of, 1 count of rape. Or, Jenny, when you're calling, you gotta remind me. I know it's 4 counts of something and one count of something else. But I so don't follow up on these issues anymore. But it is unfortunate that the men and women of letters of this country have not seen it fit to lend their voices to the call for Anil Roberts to be removed as a senator from the Parliament of Trinidad and Tobago, from the upper house. That they are quite prepared to sit by and allow him to continue to denigrate and disgrace the upper house. Paul Richards, the convener of the independent bench, I've not heard anything from you. In fact, you know, at no point in time, because as I said before, this is not the first time that this man has demonstrated this level of nastiness and made such comments, always talking about small pin and who pants so tight and whatnot. And, you know, whenever he makes this statement, leaves me to wonder, is it that, you know, he probably dropping a hint, because he did say he likes bananas. He loves bananas, in fact. And as I asked Bruce last time, what type of bananas? Is it green banana, young banana, ripe bananas? I don't know. Is that why he's now a single father? I just asking the question. But it's unfortunate, really, that Mrs. Rowley's colleagues, and you see, show me your friends. Well, I guess she knows who her friends are right now, right? Her professional colleagues, who have not seen it fit, if not to defend her, at least to call out Anil Roberts and by extension Kamla Persad-Bissessar. But maybe it's a good thing, right? For the right-thinking citizens of this country, some of whom, as we know, might not be too pleased with the government for one reason or the other right now. You know, there are a lot of people who vex because of the bad roads. There are a lot of people who are upset about different things. And who may be minded not to vote. But whenever the UNC pulls a stunt like this, the PNM and Dr. Rowley always benefits from the sympathy of of such persons, or the angst of such persons who realize that the UNC has not changed. In fact, they've gotten even worse. And again, it speaks to this whole situation and the response of Kamala Persad-Bissessar last night in taking issue with the Women's League of the People's National Movement coming to the defense of the Prime Minister and Mrs. Rowley. And she talking about leave her name out of their mouth, that she had nothing to do with that. And they was blaming Kamala. Again, you put Anil Roberts there. You have given life to Anil Roberts. Anil Roberts was a sleeping dog and nothing has been. You brought him back to life. You gave him political life and brought him back in the public domain. Which is why he feels empowered to do what he's doing now, because he knows he has your support. So your name has to call because you are responsible for this monster. You, Kamala Sushila Persad-Bissessar, you created this monster. So your name must be called. But I only hope that the right-thinking citizens and the electors of this country will deal with you accordingly come 2025. Bruce, to show you how this woman is not a leader, right? A disgrace. The Prime Minister is supposed to be having some forum this morning where he's meeting with all of the local government practitioners, the councillors and so on, right?
Yeah.
UNC, PNM. Last night, she told the councillors and them, don't go to that. She would be very disappointed to see any of them sitting there and watching the Prime Minister and, oh my gosh, the Prime Minister invited me to this thing and you're all starry-eyed and you're happy that the Prime Minister has given you this opportunity to attend this meeting with the Prime Minister. Do not go. Don't go to hear what the government has to say and what the Prime Minister has to say with respect to local government. Don't go to hear how you could improve the service that you offer to the people who voted for you and who put you there to look after their best interests, right? Do not seize an opportunity to speak directly with the Prime Minister to explain to him and to tell him of some of the issues that you are having in your respective districts and so on, and your corporations, and and to offer some advice or maybe to give some suggestions to the Prime Minister as to what could be done to improve. Don't do that. No. Should be very disappointed if it is that any of you all attend that. Stay home and make her proud. Yeah? Stay in your particular regions and so on. Don't go to this thing. Yeah? I know some of you all, this is a talk, and I know some of you all might be tempted to go because you're so happy that you got the opportunity to go and to sit in a meeting with the Prime Minister. But I would be very, very disappointed if I see any of you all there, right? So don't go. But then they're quick to come and complain about, oh, the government is giving all their money and they're starving the corporation and all of that. You have an opportunity to speak. Don't go. All right. So they're probably not going to go because afraid if I go and she here went, then I wouldn't get a chance to go back up for the seat, so me ain't going nowhere.
But you're representing the people that you're supposed to be representing. So
Bruce,
how are you representing the people?
What did she say? Party before country.
Oh, it's true.
Party before country. Yeah? So forget the people who voted for you. Forget their well-being. Party before country. And I am telling you that as a representative of the UNC, you are not to go to this meeting this morning with the Prime Minister as a local government representative. Yeah? We are boycotting and telling you to boycott that meeting. Forget country. It is about party. And the party is seeking to make a statement and to tell Rowley something. So do not go.
If they don't go, I don't hear nobody complaining in those constituencies.
Don't complain.
Nothing, eh?
Exactly. Do not complain.
Don't complain because the advice was given not to go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So don't play mad and play all your complaining about nothing.
Let me read it here for you. She also called on councillors to make her proud and boycott a meeting today, which she claimed Rowley is hosting with local government councillors, to come and lecture to local government practitioners for what? 7 years and they never talked to one local government person. Don't be fools, people. It is not to tell you anything. It's a PR gimmick. Stay home. Don't give him an audience. He can't fire you if you don't attend. He'll buff you. When he calls you, you don't have to go running. I will be disappointed to see you sitting there like a little fowl in a yard. I hope some of you are smart and don't listen to him. Boycott that meeting. Stay home in Pinal, Sangre Grande, Mayaro, and look after your people, she said to the shouted assurances audience members wouldn't attend. She also announced Wednesday's the opening of local government nominations for us. You see what it's like? A whole year now, they said they were going to screen candidates for local government election, right? So that they could have gotten a head start on the PNM.
We all know that.
That's what they said. Last night, well, then she came with some Kamala-matics, yeah? So she's trying to figure out when the local government election is going to be. So she tell them, well, you know, based on the law, the last local government election, I think was December 2nd, 2019. So by law, the next election, the latest it could be held is the 3rd of March. But the PNM's internal election is supposed to be coming up in December. And then you have Carnival next year and Lent and so on. So expect an early local government election. Once at yeah. All kind of maths, geometry, trigonometry.
Always trying to figure out the PNM plan.
Yeah.
Always trying to figure it out.
Correct. All kind of fractions and stuff she doing last night to try and tell the people when. Yeah, she's like, but I'm not a what? She's not a clairvoyant or she's not a prophet or what or whatever it is as the case may be. Yeah? But all this satamanima, as they say last night. Bruce, to tell you how incompetent this woman is. Every time she mounts a platform, the Monday Night Forum, somebody always had to slip her a piece of paper. Yeah. Last night was no different. So she so went to blast. Yeah. The economy is collapsing under this administration. Right? Economy is flat. That's right. And the way we are heading, we will end up like Singapore, where the economy has collapsed. And there is anarchy and is police in the streets and so on and whatnot. I think in Singapore? Well, really? When that happened?
Well, this is what he's saying now.
Yeah.
So,
about 15 minutes later. What's it? 15 minutes later. The piece of paper come. She read it. I made a significant blunder and I want to apologize. I said Singapore, but I meant Sri Lanka. So I apologize to the people of Singapore. Singapore is doing very well.
Hey, watch that. Hey, no, Dominic, we laugh here, but it's a serious thing.
Yeah. She's talking about, she's so tired of herself, yeah. And then decided, when we were in office, we created 50,000 jobs. 50,000 jobs under this administration. Since they came in 2015, over $100,000 lost. That's what? $100,000? People dying, man. Well, whoever it is on yesterday TV, like they missed that one. Yeah.
Jobs.
Yeah.
Jobs.
She mustn't do live meetings anymore. They need to do pre-recorded and edit. So when she make that mistake, they can cut it off.
They could hire we boy to $25,000 man.
Yeah. Winspan? Yeah. Consultant in editing.
The man, little legit for them.
25 G's. Yeah. Now, today's what? The 9th?
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow, the 10th, would be 2 years since this second election, right? August 10th. Yeah. Now, 2010 to 2015, that administration. Remember every year on the 24th of May, they had a big celebration, right? They're bringing down Sizzla and Hunat and Jacko and all of them too. Yeah, every year to celebrate Never See Come See. Because they didn't think they were going to win, right? So, money spent every year. So, if it was them, you would have been having a big celebration tomorrow to celebrate the second anniversary of their election victory. I saw Kiko the PNM put out one of their posts, right? And the headline is, PNM does spoil everything. And they put a picture of Caroni 1975 Limited and something else. I commented, I said, yeah, they spoil the UNC's election chances in 2015 and 2020. Well, boy, the literati come out for me. Bruce, if you see them I go on Facebook, I only see a notification. All of them. They vex. They don't care. But that is the truth.
You're going to touch up the people's nerves.
Bruce, I just wait for them, you know. But you see, I want to tell them. I want members of the literati who listen, I want you all to come down to Port of Spain, right? And go on Tranquility Street and look at Balize House. You see? Balize House there. Look how nice it looking. The PNM's home for how many years? Where the UNC home is? Whatever headquarters, we all move from opposite the funeral home to upstairs a bar. Yeah? Upstairs a rum shop. All that money you all used to be spending every year for big celebration, you should use it to build a headquarters. But instead, you're knocking from pillar to post, homeless. You need to call WPC Camille and ask her to give all your home. Right? All your homeless HDC. Make an application and see if you can get a house. right now. But all your UNC and proud. Proud of what? Proud of what? The disgrace that is Anel Roberts, the disgrace that is David Nackett? That's what you all proud of? That those two nastiness that Kamala Persad-Bissessar poisoned the people of Trinidad and Tobago? One doing live so-called people house Negro and so on? Only for real? That's what you're UNC and proud? That is what she offers. That is good governance. You have this next one. The liar. The liar of Oropuch. He's called himself Lion, but I think he get his spelling wrong. Right? You need to drop the O and the N and add A and R.
The Lion of Oropuch.
Yeah, the Lion of Oropuch. Lion my foot. Pussycat is only lion when he there, but as soon as he cross the borders and he step out of Oropuch, he ain't no lion no more. As I said before, the only thing on him that look like a lion is the mane on his head. That thanks to what is Bijan and Waterworks. Yeah, like all of them Fred degree here. But you're getting old, embrace it. Right? But it's all the weight of all the lies and all the money that the thief that they can't spend, the $100 bills, right? That they had in the floor and in buckets all in the yard and so on, that they can't spend now. Every time they go outside in the backyard and they open a bucket, they vex. Yeah. So they could use that to play Monopoly.
They could use that to toilet people?
Yeah, you could use it for that too. So I see somebody write an article, some Linda, somebody, couple there, I think, I don't know if that's one of the proxy from Diego Martin, talking about they need to start resume accepting the old $100 bills because of how many old people and aged persons who live in abroad and who had the $200 in a pan below the bed and they forget about it and so on they grip in the press. And okay, look, Mr. Swedat, anyway.
That is why.
Yeah.
That would just be a couple hundred. If that reach 1,000, it reach plenty.
Thank you.
So you want them to take back the old bills.
Yeah.
So that these so when the people who have more than that come, what are we doing?
Yeah.
I guess the opportunity to lock you up because you need to source of funds. We get that.
No, well, you see what they will do. They'll go down Oropuch. All them old people and them. Ajay, come. Hold this 500 now.
Yeah.
And go up Central Bank and tell them you just find this. Yeah. You had it wrap up in a old jersey, your mother duster coat, and you're just cleaning out.
Well, let me tell you, Central Bank is no longer even taking the
They're not, but they are advocating for them to open for these poor old people. You know how hard it is in these hard times when people suffering and they have money to buy food and they have $500 there, but it is of no use and they could use that to buy food. That's the argument that they come in with. That's the nonsense that they come in with. All I feel people stupid, really, the height of desperation. That's why all I hear Gray. Every time I see that money, it can't spend. Hurting all here. Huh? Come better than that. That's why they want to get back in. The minute those riches get back into office, they're going to try to do that.
Of course.
Yeah? All I really feel people stupid. But,
of course.
Yeah. But we out here, we reading the play a long time, you know. All you fooling nobody, you know. You all fooling nobody. Basket, we pass basket. Ocean of deplorables. The unfortunate thing is that you have people in the UNC, a few right-thinking members of the UNC, not many. You all are in the minority, right? You all are upset. Who are upset with what Anel Roberts is doing because they see that it's hurting the party's chances.
It
right?
is.
And it clearly speaks to a leader that is out of touch. But there's nothing that they could do because the minute they talk about it, you know what? Kamala Persad-Bissessar will call you all knife and fork Indian like she called Basan Bharat. You all will be declared Nimakaram. Yeah.
That if ever I heard racial.
Yeah. But I guess it's not racist because it came from her mouth and she's East Indian.
That's a very racial remark. Very, very racial remark.
So, yeah, that's the situation. But I was making the point.
Call him that now.
Yeah. You know? Oh gosh. They would have wrecked Dr. Rowley over the coals if he had said something like that. You wouldn't hear the end. But so far, since emancipation, just note all the talk about race and race, this and race that coming out of the UNC campaign, especially out of the mouth of that nastiness Anel Roberts. But you all keep him there. Don't take him down from there. Let him stay there. He and Sushila. So yesterday, the Minister of Public Utilities called a press conference to address the claims by Rudal Munilal with respect to WASA, right? And the minister was making the point. Well, he called Munilal a liar, based on certain comments that he made before. So Munilal last night decided to respond. And he came with some document because the minister and I wanted to play that, but we don't have the time this morning, so I'll probably play it on Sunday or maybe Thursday. The Minister of Public Utilities, for those who would have missed it, would have presented a document yesterday speaking to a loan that the People's Partnership Government would have taken sometime in 2012 almost $400 million, which was supposed to restructure WASA. And part of that money was supposed to have gone to, with respect to rationalization of the staff, right? And, yeah. So the staff at that time was some 4,000 something, and part of that money was supposed to be used for visa. So Munilal comes last night to say, chastise the minister, to talk about how the minister is a voluntary fool, because the money wasn't supposed to force people or to fire people or to get rid of people. The purpose of the money was for VSEP. That means voluntary separation. So people were supposed to volunteer to leave, right? The minister, when I listened, the man never said to fire anybody. He said there was part of the rationalization, that it was supposed to be restructuring, and so which involved, or supposed to involve, reduction of the staff. In fact, he read out a letter that Ganga Singh, who was then the CEO of WASA, wrote to the IADB in defense of the loan and outlined how many people were supposed to have been, let me not say fired, were supposed to depart the employee of WASA from 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, and he gave a breakdown of the different departments that these people belong to. And at the end of the day, the intention was to reduce the staff from approximately 4,800 down to 2,300 by 2015. Yes. So some 2,500 persons were supposed to go home over the 5-year period under the PP. But now they're up in arms because 426 managers are supposed to go home, and some of them will be afforded an opportunity to reapply for the new positions based on their qualifications and so on, right? But this clown, Rudal Munilal, figure everybody is of the waterfront ilk. Talk about, oh, the minister lied to the people. You can tell all that the money was supposed to be used to fire people and to send home people, but it's voluntary, so you can't force people to go home. Okay, fine. So you got $66 million to pay for VSEP. Nobody volunteered to leave. Where do the money? Where their $66 million went? Money? Because you say it wasn't to force nobody to leave. Where that money went? But we saw where $400 million was spent on VSEP. Yeah? You all spent $400 million. Sent home a set of people from WASA and then brought all of them back afterwards. $400 million. A loan which you, the taxpayer, me as taxpayer, repaying today, that they took on the pretext that they were going to reduce the staff, restructure WASA, and make it a profit-making entity, to make it a self-sufficient entity. They take the 400 million, get their friends and them money, send them home, say you're going home. So you go home, take a month vacation, and then come back, like yourself. Today, the staff of WASA, the staff complement of WASA is what it is because of that. But like he forget that.
Of course.
But want to call Marvin Gonzalez a liar and Marvin Gonzalez is a fool and all of that. But as I said, I wanted to play it, but what the clip I have to play is about 15 to 20 minutes long, so I think I will save that for Sunday morning. Yeah? So it is now 7:45. So I guess we could probably take a call or two before the ads come up, and on the other side of 8 o'clock we will allow you to have your 2 cents or your 4 cents with respect to the nastiness that is Angela Roberts and the encourager. Yeah, they say the upholder is worse than the thief, and she is upholding him. Jenny, morning.
Hi, morning, Dominic. Morning, Bruce.
Morning.
Morning, all the callers and listeners at 91.9, the whole clip. I ain't calling everybody. This morning, they know themselves. I heard he was asking about Wilson Solomon Duke and his case.
Yes.
There's 1 count of rape and 4 counts of sexual assault.
Yes.
Just June the 7th of this year, he was in court, and the state, led by the Deputy Director of Prosecution, Nigel Pilgrim and J. Charles, they were expected to call the final witness and close off the case by August the 2nd. We are getting information, and if it is true, is that Duke's lawyers, S.C. Peterson and he, would have asked for, I think, an extra week. So probably by the middle of this month, we may be hearing whether or not Duke will be standing trial for rape and sexual assault. So the idea that is at. With regards to what is happening now, we see the dragging of Mrs. Sharon Rowley, a woman of reputation and, a woman of worth. I think that the UNC will keep going lower and lower. It is to be expected. I think they're reeling also from that show of African togetherness on Monday, so African Emancipation Day. I think they felt that people would have rejected that celebration with all the things that's happening in this country. And they like to say it's only African people in TNM, right? So probably in their mind they translate that big crowd and that showing. Says that PNM people was out there, and remember these PNM people have family and friends and all that. So I think they get frightened, but I think they would have bounced their head as the talk does go with dragging Mrs. Sharon Rowley into this. This woman is not a politician. She has never put herself forward in any way other than stand and support her husband. We have never heard her in anything. So to drag her innocently into this, I think they bounce their head. And you see the two little children that they have out there and parading these children and have the pictures and have people asking them all kind of questions. Woe to them who would have done that to these innocent children. If they had a place that would be nice for you. And we have to continue to support our African men, our African women, our children. This is the decade of persons of African descent that was declared by the UN. And not only that, they're always saying that the Africans and the youths in the society are who are failing. So anything that we know is positive to uplift our community, we are going to do it and we're going to encourage our community to do. We will not allow anybody to disrespect any female, especially in our community. Because when you disrespect the female, you're disrespecting our mother, you're disrespecting our wife, you're disrespecting the future who brings children into this world that will develop and build our community. We're not going to take that type of disrespect. So to all those who drag in Mrs. Sharon Rowley, let me tell you something. When you see karma spin back around and all your business start to be put out there, I hope all they could take it and just say spawn. I hope so, When all the business with dirty and stink start to come out, it ain't going to be PNM people putting it out now because PNM hold themselves at a higher standard. Somebody somewhere go drop a talk and start to talk, and once one start to talk, when all the dirty stink business come out on the street, I hope all they just simply say, all life is a part of politics and the pound. Leave Mrs. Sharon Rowley alone. This woman is not involved in politics. And good morning to Mrs. Camille Robinson Regis. You stay beautiful, you stay strong, and don't let anybody make you feel that you're less than anybody. We're not second-class citizens in this country. We're equal just like everybody else, and all we have to build this society together. You all have a blessed one and be safe. Bye.
Thank you, Jenny. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
These men on the camera, rain, bingo bag, rain juicing and tongues, big hard back old men, camera using them. All of them tail bushy now. All of them are bushy tail now. Because all of them is mongoose like Camilla. Thank you.
The views expressed by the caller, not the views of the management and staff of the street. Leave it there. Good morning.
Bruce, good morning.
Morning, sir.
Dominic, good morning.
Morning, sir.
Morning.
Bruce. I want to apologize for what it is I said to you. I was wrong for doing that. And I hope you accept my apology.
Apology accepted, sir.
Because I don't want to come down Carinas and you try to put me out.
Me?
because you know I'm coming. Dominic.
Yes, sir.
The Tobago House of Assembly do not want gypsy involved in their carnival. The UNC get rid of gypsy. Gypsy tell the former Prime Minister she's an ingrate. Dr. Rowley gone and pick he up and telling me about the enemy of my enemy is my friend, like Gypsy, and give Gypsy big position in the government. How much people the UNC gave from the PNM in their government from 2010 to 2015? Not one. But Dr. Rowdy come and give him big position in the government. The Tobago House of Assembly do not want gypsy involved in their carnival. I didn't call for that, but I had to throw that in there. Dominic, you told me how Theo Tiong went down Venezuela to hold talks with Maduro.
Yes, you have 1 minute.
What that doing for we?
You will see in due course.
The same ambassador across the channel, what that doing for we? Dr. Rowley went down Venezuela, he couldn't get his embargo lift against Venezuela. So what that doing for we, Dominic?
You will see in due course.
I'll leave it here for now.
Thank you. Bruce, did I miss that? What are you apologizing for?
When you reach down Carnage, you will see
Oh, Lord, folks, the ads are upon us, so, the bills have to be paid. So stay locked to the Street 919 FM. I see the phones are blazing, but, So, call us back on the other side of 8 o'clock, and we will continue to take your calls. So, yeah, we will be right back. We're talking Sushila and her poor judgment as a misleader of the opposition, but want to be Prime Minister.
I want to see you sing this one.
Oh, good. Start now. Well, well, well. Well, 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 well.
If it's one thing I want, it's on the government to put the man side of it. It's on the government to look me down in the people fit. It's on the government to tell me we have one more thing. One more thing, yeah. I want to get one. I want to go busy. I want to play a mask. I just want a pretty lady. Do what we have to do. But yeah, what I want to do. If I had one wish, don't mash up the place. Don't one way, man, mash up the place. If I had one wish. You ready? You ready? I want to go. That they're ready to pay twice a day. Come carnival, we outside. Let that chip and I won't get wine. I want to get wine. I want to get busy. I want to have bar. And I want a pretty lady. Do what we have to do. But yeah, what I want to do. If I had one wish. Don't mash up the place. Don't want them and mash up the place. If I had one. George, you know what mash up? Lo. You know what mash up? Tell me. I'm a jail chicken outside by a greedy. Let me mash up again one more time now. Well. Hold on. All the people who really wish Carnival was the way it used to be, put your 2-1 in for me here right now. Me say you wake up in the morning and you just realize Carnival again. Hold on. All you have to sing it louder than that. I want all you to close all your eyes. Just go into deep inspiration like it was back in 2009 when the Carnival used to be the best. Let's go. Me say you wake up in the morning and you just realize sing Carnival again. And you're looking for your flag and your cap and your flag band start band ready to jump. Me say you wake up in the morning and you just realize Carnival come back again. Everybody put up all your hand, put up all your flag. 1, 2, drop on them. Show me ya. Where you? Thank you. I want to say thanks for giving me the opportunity to sing with you.
I get the opportunity to sing with you?
No, I get the opportunity to sing with you. You like to call me first? Because you lock the place.
In Trinidad and Tobago, there are so many things to talk about. Social issues, injustice, child abuse, domestic violence, political scandals, and much more. On HOTP, we will cover all that and much more. Don't forget, you can catch us every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday nights from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Facebook and Instagram. Hot off the press. Hot topics, no filter.
Good about I'm looking like a real bad.
Are you ready for that boat experience again? The Sea Champion and the Embassy say, book with us for that unforgettable boat ride experience. Sea Champion leaving from King's Wharf, San Fernando, and the Embassy leaving from Breakfast Shed, Port of Spain, or Westside Trinidad. For more information, call 399-5959 to 814723 or email us at coralvisiontT@gmail.com. Book now and reserve your cruise.
Hey, that boat, I look like it as well.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio. Get in touch with God. Turn your radio
You are invited to join Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center, located at number 399 Eastern Main Road, Guayco in Sangre Grande, for the Old Time Gospel Hour Family Radio Ministry every Sunday from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Check out the Children's Hour Worship Ministry of the Word and the Family Forum every Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. The Law and You every Friday evening from 9 a.m. to 5 a.m. All night prayer live on the Street 919 FM, designed with you in mind. This program deals with today's issues from a biblical perspective. You will also be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Micah 6:8 says, He had showeth thee, O main, and what doeth the Lord require of thee, but to do justly and to love mercy and to walk humbly with thy God. Your financial support through the First Citizens Bank will be greatly appreciated. Account number 795222. In the name of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly. For further information, call 753-1133 or email us at church668hope@gmail.com.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Kahachai, baby, kahachai. I came down from my arrow and came on the scene. I never once knew what Nimakara mean, but talking to me good partner from Caroni about Kamla, this is what he said to me. Gypsy, you work so hard, you went out your way to help put Kamla which part she is today. Now the way that she treat you is hard to believe. She forget you help she to win and achieve. She need Makaram, she need Makaram. I don't give a damn, Kamla need Makaram. She need Makaram, I want you to know. She need Makaram, it's Basde who tell me so. She need Makaram, she need Makaram. Despite all she charm, she too need Makaram. I see people who cushy called she, in public call she all kind of name. Today them is she right hand, she left hand too. I don't know if it's because of the things that they do. Cabal, 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 cabal. And it hurt in my heart, and then I have to say, Kamla have to know that ungratefulness do pay. She need makaram, she need makaram. I don't give a damn, Kamla need makaram. She need makaram, I want you to know. She need makaram, Miss Bass, they will tell me so. She need makaram, she need makaram. Despite all the charm, she need makaram. Cabal, 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 cabal. Cabal, 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 cabal. She need makaram, she need makaram. I don't give a damn, Kamla need makaram. She need makaram, I want you to know. She need makaram, it's Bass, they will tell me so. She need makaram, she need makaram. Despite all she charm, she too need makaram. Cabal, 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 cabal.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying locked to the Street 919 FM. Yeah, I decided to give a little back in rhymes there to the trolls, the literati. Oh, you like that one? Huh? Just a reminder for you. And she continues on a daily basis to show why there is, in fact, validity to that song that we just heard there from Gypsy. She's an upholder, upholding the nastiness of Anil Roberts, but we're not surprised. Keep her right there. Hello, good morning.
Dominic, how you doing?
I am good, sir.
And Bruce? Morning. I was telling you, there's plenty callers do calling, but let's listen. I listen, well, as I say, at the deplorable drunkard forum last night.
Yes.
And I live in Trinidad and Tobago. I don't live in Bangladesh or Pakistan or India. I listen when this one, I listen when I hear she talk. When she start off with because you know she guilty, yes? With the two-pole man.
Yes.
She called his name at all, eh?
She didn't, yeah.
She called his name at all. All she just labor on Dr. Rowley. And the Women's League. Very convenient. Look at who she had the moral ability to talk about convenient. She's the image of convenient. Come on, up start Bissessa. I tell you that plenty callers, they just listen and don't call you. I just one of them and just listen. And I draw the they tell you that pain is perfect. You understand? But I tell you, see the UNC, them Lord and the white man, trust me. This woman, when this man could talk, and he dictate that the Women's League only coming out conveniently. Up to now, she called Anna Robert name for him to apologize and them minding, why they mind them business. When them those study what Anna Robert talking about the Prime Minister's wife. Study about what going on with women engaged in the country and whatnot. And in the ending of her hearing, I think Dr. is supposed to have some meeting there with the corporation, I think with the council. They invite everybody.
Yes.
This woman telling them her areas to boycott that. And listen to me, Dominic, for every time you hear something, like flooding kind of thing, we are gas for the truck, we ain't getting no funding. That is the time she's always encourage them to go and listen. You don't know what the Prime Minister want to say and tell them to boycott. That woman is a racist boy. That woman is very watching her. Because the reason why is Dr. Rowley do not go. You know, she class all PNM as one ethnic group. That's what she has. Who want to talk otherwise? I tell you the fact. That is it. That woman is a racist. In Trinidad and Tobago, in Bangladesh, for India, Pakistan, in Trinidad and Tobago, you could hate him or what? He's the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. You see, if she was the Prime Minister, I should call a meeting for all the corporation, but them have to go. Because she's the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. And you know, people will be fooled by that, right? She fooled her to be fooled like that, right? And talking about, remember the time they were talking about location biography, or because the reason why PNM are given the UNC areas no money. Only given the PNM areas money. Which is a lie. Because how they have money to keep in the corporation and grandees, how they have money to keep that side? Yeah? Instead of doing the work for the people. I done it.
Thank you, sir. Exactly. And I listened yesterday to Ralph Maraj on another frequency, trying to defend the foolishness and you know, Kamla Persad-Bissessa's lack of a response. I'm talking about when Uma Pandey was Prime Minister wife, and they say some Calypsonians sing a song about Uma and call her a tramp because she sat on Holyfield lap and so on. That Calypsonian wasn't in the Senate, and they continue to miss the point. Hello, good morning.
Just one morning again to you, Dominic.
Yes, sir.
That lady never cared about Trinidad and Tobago. How much time she embarrassed this country? I wonder how Mr. Pandey feeling these days when he hear what's going on concerning his party. Took the 11 years to form in the USC, and this woman comes just out and they go and mash it up. See that mash up? What next we have to expect from this woman? I reach a stage, anything she do or say, it don't get to me again. I used to get real annoyed that I can't call the radio because I might say something out of context. But boy, she total. The woman naturally sick. She go on clear. And we had to tolerate that. But time longer than trying. She's not coming back there. As Mr. Napuna say, you're not coming back. You're mad. You're sick. Lockdown as usual. My brother, you reach home safe.
Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Morning, everybody. Them boys
Morning.
learn how to
Morning, mother.
tycoon money early, and when they start went to Dubai or anywhere else, they know how to siphon it. I wonder where they learn that. Bye.
Something else that don't
Create a lake of deplorables.
Nigel
morning.
Nigel. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Dominic.
Hi, Jamal, morning.
Morning, Lucy.
Morning.
You know, I just understand why he was there that waited till when I eat my breakfast to come and talking nonsense, why? As I finish eating my breakfast, this man come on and talking nonsense. I just want to say that, okay? All right.
Hello, good morning.
Hey, Dominic and Bruce.
Manu.
Yeah. You know what I study? Next 10, 20 years, or 8 years is so long. How you was long in front of your grandchildren? Is your children anyway?
Well, I heard her last night mention her grandson, something the grandson is saying, he gone off to university now and so on.
What you going to tell the people in university? When they sit down in front of and listen and hear that the grandmother talking all the students and lying so much. They may not even want to sit down never him, they wouldn't believe in a word that he said. Because a mango tree could only be a mango, it can't be a pear, you know. So, Ms. Kamala Persad-Bissessa, turn around yourself. You still have time to take out some of the shame. Come and tell the people of the country that you're sorry that the things that you've done to this country and all the things that you tell people and that you wasn't sure what you were saying before you was advised and all kind of things. Ms. Kamala Persad-Bissessa, I'm sorry for your distant family. When they remember and they hear and they say, The granny did say so, you know. I know granny do that, and granny all they will think about is the amount of bottles, empty bottles that is in the back of the yard. Because I'm very sure somebody with proper sense wouldn't come in the public and say the things that is Camilla Possessor be saying on the roadside. But we pass and listen, you know. People pass and listen, here we are saying Miss Camilla Possessor, all the things, all the wrong things that is saying, all the encouragement people saying. How you expect your family? I wonder how you expect your neighbors and them in that place of there. Just come to the front door, your back door. They see you, they tell them morning, or they say morning or good morning. Where that's it, that's morning. They could never have a good morning because only among the lies and the wrong things that they did to this country. Go and kneel down in front of the cathedral or in front of any man there and ask for forgiveness, Mr. What is the name? Lushu or Shushu? Whatever your name is, change your name and get that slave master name. That's what you have to do. Oh gosh. Can I put that business, sir? UNC people, I don't know how all they're taking that, you know. Rasmaraj, I'm sorry for you. Go on.
Thank you, Mano. You know, Chris, as Mano say, he want to know how her neighbors feeling and so on, right? Remember when Jack told us about Christian Gokul?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the next door neighbor, the man who buy that big house from selling stones. And what we were hearing about Christian and the alleged relationship between him and Mrs. Prasad Bisesa. She didn't tell the UNC's Women League then when they came out and attacked Jack about the other things they could talk about. You know, it was happy for them to come and defend you when Jack was telling us about the escapades that used to take place in the Prime Minister's residence. The missing pages from the visitor's logbook. So they wouldn't see who used to be coming in the dead of night hiding in the back seat of the Prado. Well, you forget that. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Dominic.
Morning.
Good
morning, morning.
Sharon, good morning. If you're listening, morning to all the callers and listeners. Mano, a special morning to you and Mother Tanapuna. Listen to me. Here now, Dominic. I want to talk about two things.
Yes.
First, you see that behavior there. That behavior, that I wouldn't even say bordering on slanderous. It is slanderous. And it is not the first time that, I can't even call him a gentleman. That person, he has behaved with those kind of stories time and time again on the Prime Minister. But he realized now that it's not touching him, and he feel, well, okay, you're getting away with that kind of nasty behavior. You go down on the Prime Minister's wife. No, I think it's time to take Anil Roberts to court. I find it's time. Somebody has to put a stop to it, and they won't stop until it reached there. I don't know what kind of satisfaction he will get, because to me, like the courts, you know, how it really run in this last meeting here. It run in the country. But that has to, a stop has to be put to that. And I woe beyond to the young people who comes to the parliament to debate, you know, that the young minds, that I wonder what the people who really interest themselves in these things, when I listen to the young people debating, I say, well, how can the elders get back to that? Because they're listening. So what kind of pattern they're taking from behavior like that? When you have those kind of people in the Senate and in the Parliament, and those are the people who want to come back to run this country, this same country here that they want to carry down the drain. I think it's time. I'm saying it again. Thanks to the Women's League for coming out in the defense, but I'm saying it does not have to stop there. That has to be put in the courts, because it went too far, and it's highly slanderous as far as I concern. Two, the Scrap Iron Dealers Association, I want to hear people to let them know what the Prime Minister is doing. I'm in agreement with it. You know why? And he should have put it for a whole year, because and I hear people whole day yesterday, on different radio stations I would listen to. We shut down the industry. What happened now? The Prime Minister didn't shut it down. Gave them 6 months. All you clean up all your act and get all yourself in order. Here now, the association president, he turned in the story now to talk about the police and when doing their work. So what happened? What are the police in this country ready to do? They have to check the containers and clean them up before they leave the port. I hear a lot of blaming of the police yesterday. But let me tell you, they have to clean the act. I'm one of those who fall into that category. I do not have my regular house phone. So trying to call you all on this line I call from is very expensive. So I am one of those on the whole broad side of the country is suffering from this. All going from the lines now, telephone lines and different lines like that. All going on water too now. These people have no conscience. So I think the Prime Minister and what they came up with, I think in the period too short, he should have dropped a year on them. You understand? So they all ball and wriggle and take down and get all your act together. Thank you, Dominic and Bruce, for taking my call. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Zina. Hello,
Yes,
good
sir.
morning.
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 Morning, Bruce. Morning.
Morning.
Chance, like all loyal listeners and callers, all one in live. Well. So much things to say and little time still, eh? But I want to say this. You see the meeting that the Prime Minister will be having with the local government and the advice that the opposition gives to the UNC councillors, I want to see if they will take that advice, because I don't want nobody come in and tell me about the Prime Minister this and the Prime Minister that and this and the other when things go on down in them regional corporations. You understand? Because the audit came out sometime and they're showing that most of the corporations in giving up audits up to date is either 16, 14, 13, 12. If you're about the giving them audits, the money done spend there already. As I said before, and I would say that again, in this budget coming up, I want more money to be spent in the Auditor General's office. I want a proper account of all the monies we spent already and bring it up to date. Let me get an up-to-date version of what is going on in Trinidad and Tobago. I don't want to hear about 2013, 14, 15, if you ever want to share. I want to hear 2021, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yes.
This is what I would like to see happening with my monies in these corporations. And people listen to what's going on in Tobago and open all your eyes and see. You say it right, Dominic. Since December, they say that's how they want to give the people some monies. You know why? You know I thought in their heart? People in the PNM vote for the PDP to get that money also, if you was watching you. But it's hurting the heart to pass the money to PNM in Tobago. You hear how Duke does emphasize on it? Hate the PNM, hate the red flag. That is what's going on with them. They have no love in the heart towards their own because of political affiliation. And this is what the failure of the PNM is showing more love to their own. Because according to our caller, do not think that they like you. Look within yourself, assess what is going on, open your eyes, and make sure we're doing the right thing this time around. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sirs.
Morning, sir.
Right. I'm listening to this whole thing for the whole week. Well, I'll tune into you all. Dominic, morning. Right. But if you remember, well, I don't know if there's thing to say, but in another interview with Umbala Joseph, right?
Yes.
On a other thing,
Mm-hmm.
you can see where they was speaking about Mr. Christian from the Shakonia Hotel, which tried to sneak into the Prime Minister residence, not the Prime Minister, the ex-Prime Minister, Shushilana. And the guard observed a man hiding in the back seat.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a live interview. And the man hiding in the back seat. And then when he said that he came to visit the Prime Minister, the guard called and said that if she expecting this Christian fella, she said yes. So he sent her in. He sent him in. And then when he came out after about an hour or so, more than an hour or so, and then he told his security guard, she drunk, so fix up. That was a live interview. That is not what I said. That is what the guard said.
That was an interview that Jack Warner did with the former chauffeur of Glenn Ramadan Singh.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that is exactly what he said. And it was live.
Yes.
So don't come and put my Prime Minister wife now into your ill thing, because you shut down all the cameras in the Prime Minister residence at the back of the pool. Then you seal off the water thing so that your private people could come and give them water and all these kind of things. So do you have no say? Because I remember that the man say she drunk, so you can fix up now. Or he already fixed up. Die Christian. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The memory short. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Dominic. How are you?
Good morning, sir.
Bruce, good morning.
Morning, Mr. Archer, morning.
All you do.
Good.
Well, Dominic, I hear you asking a question with Mr. Duke.
Yes.
Mr. Duke born in New York, but Tobago Day.
Oh, okay.
I sent him to represent, and the man, I hear, well, I'll tell you what I heard. Yeah, when the man landed in New York, I don't know the name of the airport. He walking and introducing himself as the Prime Minister, next Prime Minister for Trinidad and Tobago. This man, I don't understand. I don't know what we are doing in Tobago. The man is a representative for Roxborough again. And if he's not in Tobago, not even the man is out. And let me tell you, I don't know what happened to this assembly. Obsessed with Grenada. Friday going on holidays with the white Grenada. They have some nutmeg something. They go on Grenada. They're looking at Carnival. They go on Grenada. But I tell you, one ban in Trinidad. They'll take an hour and a half to cross it, the street. If you go in Trinidad, one ban alone could make Tobago Carnival. Good? These people could divide the ban in 15 parts and have a Carnival in Tobago. How much people pay march in Grenada? Then you come and you're saying that you want to run a ferry from Tobago to Grenada. Who paying for that? Who paid for the ferry to go? You, the chief secretary, you're not talking, as you say, you don't want to advise from Trinidad. And that's the problem they're having. Dominic, and those, the problem that these people in Tobago have, they're campaigning when they just go, we don't want to advise from Trinidad. And that is the problem. They can't turn back. You can't go, everybody from all parts of the world coming to Trinidad to take advice how to shoot the Calabar, how to structure the Calabar. But you don't want no advice from the Mecca of Calabar. No, Trinbago have their own money. You could talk to Trinbago, they organize the panorama and so on. NCC, or you call it, they have money. You talk with them, they will organize something. So some of the weight from the assembly, where finance is concerned, will come over, will be released. Because a short Trinbago could run the panorama. And you bring two guest artist bands from Trinidad, which you bring Renegades, or you bring three at the top bands from Trinidad. You bring one from Port of Spain, one from in the east, and one from in the south. And then you run a carnival, but they listen. Farley and them does not want to take no advice from Trinidad. Then you have a man. He's a political analyst. Everything the past we didn't do right there, he talk it up. He did something for a budget. He's working with the assembly. He's working with the assembly. With the Secretary of Finance. But you pay him $25,000 to edit something. And he's working with the assembly. I don't come to guys it. But Dominic and those, we vote for that. We are not satisfied with that. And with people laughing at us now. And one day, everybody will realize where they do. And I'm telling some of them, they vote for the $10,000, where you call it. And they vote for where you call it. I can't call the words and them that what some Duke say going to give them. And so on. What some Duke went to Dubai, up to now, what some Duke has tell us what he went to Dubai for. But today, he's in America, representing, I don't know if it's Trinidad and Tobago, because he's gone and he promoting himself as the next Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. There's a good friend of mine who was in the airport when Watson and them came in, walking through and saying, I'm the next Prime Minister for Trinidad and Tobago. But brother, suffice to be so, I hope Trinidadian don't eat the bread that the devil eat at Tobago Nandi morning.
Hello, good morning.
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 Bruce and Dominic.
Yes, sir.
Any government that's in office, their first job is to protect the citizens.
Mm-hmm.
What I am seeing going on with these Papayan people, you stealing the infrastructure and buying it, and still telling the government that you don't talk to them. You want me to have to talk to you again? You know that. You know all you're stealing the infrastructure. And coming to the government and say about talk to you. If I catch you marching, I will deal with them. Bruce, the buck had to stop somewhere. We can't be taking this all the time. Yeah? You want to march and say, boy, you saying you want to march Saturday? I'll lock up all you. Thank you, Bruce. Thanks.
Thank you. Yeah, so they have a motorcade. Yeah. Yeah.
So how do you say?
Yeah. They thief the bell They thief the gate from the park on Pembroke Street there. Yeah. Hello, good morning.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Dominic.
And to you, sir.
Peace and blessings. Merry Christmas, Mr. Bruce Wayne.
Same to you, sir.
Blessings, man. Mr. Aaron Felix, Sister Jenny Mano, Sawaman, Mother Tana Puna, each and every one. A blessing this morning because it's a busy program this morning. Mr. Dominic?
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm listening to what's going on here.
Mm-hmm.
And you see this thing with the wife of the Prime Minister, Mr. Dominic, that is why I sing the song, Emancipate Yourself from Mental Slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds, Dominic. Mr. Dominic, we as now just couple days celebrate emancipation in Trinidad and Tobago. And this thing come up, Mr. Dominic, you ain't find we should be down by the Parliament, making sure Mr. Arnold Roberts don't enter the Parliament at Trinidad and Tobago.
Mm-hmm.
And you tell me about emancipation, Mr. Dominic. This is my troubles, you know. This is my problems, you know. The amount of people that we say come out to celebrate emancipation in Trinidad and Tobago, so that be the amount of people we have around the Parliament, Mr. Dominic, even down to today, if we had to spend a month around the Parliament to make sure Mr. Roberts no enter the Parliament or the chambers at Trinidad and Tobago, where laws is made for the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. And having these people, I the same thing I listening to Mr. Amory Brown in a news conference saying the same thing, you know, the despicable people call themselves opposition in this land, sitting in the hall of the Parliament at Trinidad and Tobago. This is where worrying me, Mr. Dominic. This is where causing the tribal war in Trinidad and Tobago. You remember Sunday I talked to you about Rwanda?
Yes.
Mr. Dominic, this is where these people heading for, you know. It's an anarchy these people want to bring off in Trinidad and Tobago, you know. And we now celebrate a celebration called emancipation, Mr. Dominic, and we sitting back and let this thing ride just like that. Mr. Dominic, I getting fed up calling in and explaining this situation at Trinidad and Tobago. Mr. Dominic, you have a peaceful day for me, please. You and Mr. Bruce Wayne, and thanks for the time and all your stay safe for me, please. Thanks for a million for the time. Bless it.
You too, sir. Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Dominic and Bruce Wayne.
Yes, sir.
Let me say a splendiferous, fantabulous, tremendous, marvelous, and splintastic morning to you guys. And I want to say thank you to Bruce Wayne for not clicking on that red button when my number comes up. So somehow people can say that I'm afraid to call a morning program. So Bruce Wayne, a fantabulous and splendiferous thank you for taking the call. Dominic.
Yes, sir.
Let me say this, right? 7.5 million versus 35 million. The UNC have no moral authority to question 7.5 million.
Yes.
However, Dominic, there's a however. I would have liked the PNM to be a little more innovative and have the corporations in Trinidad and Tobago do their civil responsible with respect to CSR. Dominic, I know you know what is CSR. It's called corporate social responsibility. I would have liked to have seen the corporations put up that 7.5 million for the independence celebration. And I don't want to hear nothing, absolutely nothing from the UNC people regarding 7.5 million. Secondly, Dominic, I want to say a fantabulous and splendiferous congratulations to Nicholas Paul, Jerry Richards, and the Trinidad and Tobago 4x400 team, as well as the 4x100 team, which got a silver medal. Dominic, there's a program in place where the first place get $250,000 for a gold medal. I think that is excellent. That is fantastic, right? And there is money as well for $125,000 if they come second. That is a program from the Ministry of Sport. But Dominic, here is my question, right? Did any of these athletes get assistance prior to them going to the Commonwealth Games? The people of Trinidad and Tobago need to know if there was any assistance forthcoming from the Ministry of Sport to these athletes prior to them going to the Commonwealth Games. That is very important, Dominic. Because I don't want to hear when them fellas and them bust the tail outside of Trinidad and Tobago, had to pay a masseuse, had to pay a coach, had to pay a therapist, had to pay a psychiatrist in order for them to get there. And then all in a sudden, we in Trinidad and Tobago want to celebrate them because they put in a country of 1.4 people, 1.4 million people globally. I want to know what they do ahead of time. And lastly, Dominic and Bruce, that attack by Anil Roberts, that atrocious, diabolical, and barbarous attack on Mrs. Sharon Rowley is unacceptable, and it appears to me that Anil Roberts have crossed an unwritten line, and there is absolutely no way the people of Trinidad and Tobago, and it shouldn't be about the UNC people saying that, well, this, that, and they should condemn Anil Roberts for what he did and cross that unwritten line with respect to Mrs. Sharon Rowley. Dominic, you and Bruce Wayne have a fantabulous, splendiferous, marvelous rest of the day. And in the words of Frederick Douglass, power concedes nothing without a demand. It never did, and it never will. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
I don't think, well, it was one of the more sensible contributions that he's made, so I don't think the people will be too upset this morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr.
Morning.
Morning. I heard the caller before on the Tobago topic, right? And what I want to say to Tobago is that you ask for it, you vote for it. You understand? So you have to take what you get. Because you ask for that, you vote for that, Sir Dominic. That is what I want to say to Tobago. Thank you, Mr. Dominic.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
See here. Yeah, I wonder if Ansel Dennis, if Joel Jack ever paid anybody $25,000 to edit his budget speech. And going forward, is this going to be the norm that every budget speech that Farley delivers, Winsford going to collect $25,000? Yeah, in addition to the money he's collecting for the board that he sits on. Anybody from Tobago can answer me up on the PDP? I'm just curious. Just asking questions. $25,000 to do what? Yeah, we're looking for commas and semicolons and yeah, bad spelling. You leave out the dollar side here. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Dominic and Bruce.
Morning.
I'm asking to Dominic.
Yes.
Is he a paid public servant and is he working in the ministry of the THA? I would like to know the structure of the THA Finance Committee, and who's supposed to overlook that.
Yes.
I'm sure that is good because, they're talking about people receiving, I can't remember the exact thing, so I can't quote exactly what it is, but, they have a problem with people getting paid twice under the same job.
Yes.
So we want to know what is this man's ability to correct and view a speech, a finance speech, and if you want, you have somebody come with you and help you write that finance speech or whatever you're going to make, right? Instead of paying somebody outside of that finance committee or ministry to do that. I wonder if this man is feeling happy that he's doing that to the people of Tobago, taking away money from them, and that money could be given elsewhere to do something good for the people of Tobago. You know? Mm-hmm. He always writing something. Let's hear what he has to say. I hope he could respond because they love to respond to PNM. Yes. I hope they could respond to this. All right? Have a pleasant day.
Thank you. Yeah, and just to respond to something that Wall Street raised, there is a program called the Elite Athlete Assistance Program under the Ministry of Sport, where funding is in fact provided. It says, in keeping with the national sport policy, the government of Trinidad and Tobago is committed to providing financial assistance to outstanding athletes in support of their preparation for and participation in international competition. And there is the guidelines here, and the amount of money that is given to the athletes based on rankings and so on. The policy that guides the EAAP provides financial support for nationals who have attained the qualifying international ranking determined by the TTOC, and these policy guidelines were developed through the consultation with the TTOC, national sporting organizations, and other co-opted interests. So you could just do a little research on that there, Wall Street, and you will see that the athletes do in fact receive monies from the state. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Dominic.
Morning, sir.
Morning, sir, and Mr. Bruce. Good morning. Trinidad and Tobago, good morning. I thank you for correcting or putting an X against the question that he asked about if they get subsidy or if they get help during the course of the training program. I mean, as an avid sportsman, I support that it is true. You understand? But Mr. Dominic, we was discussing the behavior of Anil Roberts. Mm-hmm. And we've been discussing, not today. Yes. Oh God. Since goat was our horse, we discussing that behavior. And look who have been encouraging that behavior. Somebody who started off with the teacup and the control in Parliament. I don't know if you remember them days. It's from all that started from the lady from there.
Yes.
The lady nearly made the United States sanction us here for stealing oil, for buying oil from Benito to sell to Aruba. Look what she did with AV oil drilling. Look what she sat down right there, that lady, and do with Clause 34. It's a history. I can't pronounce the I don't like to pronounce the name either. Because it is distasteful to see you have a set of men sitting down behind you there who claim to be educated fellas and supporting that lady in that endeavor to be lying totally to. You went with life sport, you know it is wrong to what you did with life sport documents. Yeah? You throw the case out through the window to go and start it over again. I wonder if Commission they put in court to argue that money will be able to pay back to AV drilling those people up there with the negotiation, you know. Mm-hmm. Because she shouldn't be allowed to get away with it.
Yes.
Because up to today she still owed the government for those cases that she fought in the election that she said they were going to win. And she didn't pay back that money yet. So she has a habit of committing crime and then running to the background and hide and not paying her bills. And she has no answer because the media are not going to question her about it at all. Like it have one that's only called my president a glorified rubber stamp every day.
Yes.
One from the Tabaki too that do the same thing. These are fellas without any character. And they're facing the children and they're facing Trinidad and Tobago every single morning, or you're hearing their voice talking or you're seeing them. These fellas should be banished from the airwaves. But we still put up with them. I don't know to what degree or what extent we'll continue with that habit.
Yes.
You understand? But something has to happen, and it will come through the right channel sooner rather than later. And Dominic, I hope you have a fine day, brother. Your program is always educational. and it will reach far. You have a nice day, Bruce. Have a nice day, Lady Sharon, Trinidad and Tobago. Let me be peaceful, pray, and we're going forward. Nobody is going to bring this country into disrepute. To let people race against no race, to have no violence for them to get out of here with money in their pocket. Have a nice day, fellas.
You too, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, boy.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning, sir.
Good morning to my financial guru. Bruce Wayne, good morning. Sister Jenny, good morning. That lady, good morning. I tuning kind of late, so I don't know if she called it this morning, Bruce late. But this carnival in Tobago, I didn't realize the man talking about ferry and he didn't talk to the Minister of Works and Transport. A ferry is a thing, long time I used to read in a storybook, with 2 wings. So maybe there's a tune, a man thinking about, you see the lady next door and he's dreaming about it. When you wake up, when you look at yourself as a dream. So I believe these people there with this Tobago thing, selling us, they believe that we're sleeping, and they're giving us a dream. So when we do wake up in a few weeks from now, we go, yeah, what's going on? That carnival thing cancel, you know? And everybody balance themselves and enjoy my taxpayer dollars. Because when you look at our whole scenario, how that going to be pulled off? When the fair, we know what is going to happen with the ferry and what's not. So that had to be really a ferry. Right? So we had to be living in a dream world. And this next one, and that one, you know, make me call. And you're very nice, you know, congratulations to our gold medalist. And brrr. And when he done, he sung like Dumb and Dumber on Saturdays. So come to try to interject now that the government seems as though they're not sponsoring the athletes. And we're praising them up all on a sudden. Google it now, because I Google the Ministry of Finance after I talked to Dumb and Dumber. And here what pop up, 2019. The interest on the Ministry of Finance, and me read it yet, you know, 5.7% so and so. So, under the pavement, man, before you call, and you are supposed to be very literate. You are, what he is? A professor?
Yes.
So, I believe a professor does his investigative work before he comes to make such claims. You have to have evidence as a professor, you know. A professor don't come to talk trash. My brother, enjoy the rest of your day, my financial guru, and thank you very much for putting the professor back to which part he's supposed to be under the pavement, sir.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Bruce Wayne, I have a birthday greetings. So wish my niece happy birthday today. Her name is Erica Cummins, and she's a lawyer. Yeah? I want to wish her happy birthday, to live to see many, many more. Okay? So have a best day. All right? Bye-bye. And when all is starting back the music in the morning after the program. Huh?
I can't answer that.
Yeah, man.
I can't answer that one.
Bruce Wayne.
I can't answer that one for you.
When they will start that back?
I can't answer that one for you.
Oh Lord, well I pray for the music. I know what's going on. I want to pray hard on it.
I feel so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So we can get back with the music in the morning.
Oh gosh.
So have a blessed day.
You too, darling. Take care.
You and Dominic.
Thank you.
I'll reach home safe.
You
all
too.
Right.
Thank you.
But I ain't getting no music.
You have a minute caller. Good morning.
Yes. In just a minute, discipline, production, and so on. You see, Dr. Eric Williams, he is a real smart fella, you know, if you was watching. Discipline. We have people who want to be in discipline in this nation. Production. Dr. Eric Williams said, if we take 1% of our energy that we put out in carnival and put it into production, we'll be the richest in the world. And tolerance, right now I can't tolerate that man, you know. You was watching, you know, he's gone too far. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Right, so we will just, you know, so we're out of time, but not out of things to say, as we always tell you. Yes. But we'll still use the opportunity, the last few seconds we have, to appeal to the right-thinking UNC councillors to disregard the advice of your very irresponsible leader to not attend the meeting with the Prime Minister. Well, I think I said the Prime Minister, because of his COVID situation, Mrs. Regis would be hosting the meeting. But, it's very unfortunate that Mrs. Prasad Bisesa would give such advice. And if any of you really care about country and not just party, all right, you all can make your way up to the meeting and share your concerns with the panel, and let's see how best it can be addressed in the best interest of your constituents, of your burgesses. So disregard the irresponsible advice of your political leader who should know better. But then again, that is the status of politics in the UNC, right? But so folks, enjoy the rest of your day. Bruce and Bruce, you have any final comments?
No, I out. I out.
Morning, Fally.
Yeah. Take win partner.
Yeah. Win for morning to you too. Maybe you could do a little lecture. Tell us how we can make a little extra money thanks to the THA. Folks, that's it for today. Join me again on Tuesday, and Sharon Bruce will be back in the morning. Another edition of Titans of Democracy. As we always say, Bruce. Ciao.
Woman could batter, she really could batter. Hotter than the fire, the pigtail bone up. Child of a cold, the nostrils stop up. But she does it in, yes.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Tune in to the Street 919 FM every Thursday from 10:05 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. for the program Straight